but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no shooter who keep me some motion. Put a play on the play on the play. Put a bay on the bay on the bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my niggas downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron. She got a nigga but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no shooter who keep me some motion. Put a play on the play on the play. Put a bay on the bay on the bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my bodies downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron moves. Should be bad like in no time. Hit a C like it's go time. My bitches in the game like the old line. Hey, and when I come down, you get no shine. Scissors on the backseat like a little kid. Time been gone for a little minute. Ain't back and forth, I just post a pic with a bankroll, pounds in the mix. I can't parking like pimp. Hey, serving coffee shop him. Hey, got you walking around still. Hey, I'll let cash on him. Then put a bag on the cracker, but you put a bag on him. Hey, for black on black violence. Hey, let's go smash on them. I just paid my rent late on the block near Kimbe. Chopper got a little shake, hit the jerk like Benjay. Money calling me today, I'ma pick up every time. Bro just brought a whole bottle, gon' distribute every line. Shawty came with her ass like the city had dying. Wi-Fi around the trap, this shit like a airline. Shawty came with her ass like the city had dying. Wi-Fi around the trap, this shit like an airline. She got a nigga but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no shooter who keep me some motion. Put a play on the play on the play. Put a bay on the bay on the bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my niggas downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron. She got a nigga but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no shooter who keep me some motion. Put a play on the play on the play. Put a bay on the bay on the bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my bodies downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron moves. Gotta get up and get up and get up and get it. You working that job or you stuck in the trenches. Cash to be made, so who out here tripping? My cellular phone got a damn chip in it. Wake up, sign for 30 balls. Still in the trap with dirty clothes. You can be different, work my phones. You can be dead and work alone.
Yo.
Gato.
Yo.
Come on, man.
What's
Hey.
the word?
Hey, man. They've been telling me, man, you've been lying on the Bible, man. You heard me?
Say.
They said you've been up in here. They said you've been lying on the Bible, man.
That's what they been saying.
Yeah, man.
What I lie about?
We gotta get to the bottom of this, man. They said the last show, man. I was getting a lot of feed in the back chat. They said the last show you were showing stuff in the Uncle Malik.
Peace, love, and light, nephew. I just responded to your inbox on Facebook, and I want you to read the words if you can, because I just responded, brother, and I didn't even know if you was on. I just hit the link because I want the people to know you be dropping this link, dropping this link, dropping this link. And basically what I said, and I don't want to get emotional here, but I wanted to tell, I basically said, Shine, you always dropping this link, which simply means that you're thinking about your adopted YouTube uncle. And I just wanted you to know I appreciate that, because anytime you're being thought about, even if it's bad, that means that whoever's talking bad about you people, that means you on their mind. I appreciate that, Brother Shine. My nephew, I should say. First of all, how are you, and how is the family?
I'm good, OG. Appreciate you for asking. Man, it's been a minute since we had you on the platform. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. How much time you got?
Sean, I'm here, man. I know it's been a while, so if you don't mind, I'll just tell the people a little bit about. As you know, Uncle is retired. I'm a retired contractor, among many other trades. What's keeping me busy? 4 years ago, I opened up the Rites of Passage program right here in my home. I went and got Andrew, Anthony, and Jason from the San Joaquin County, here where I am, Juvenile Hall. They've been with me under my tutelage, under my Rites of Passage program through the Street Law Soldiers, which is on the screen. And they keep me busy, man. And also, nephew Sean, I got 10 grandchildren, man. I mean, I got 13 grandkids, 10 grandsons, if you remember. And I'm in their lives, brother. They go from 9 to 28, but they're part of this generation, so I'm in their lives. So I'm basically, they got me busy. I got a Boys and Girls Club over here, man, at the house. And I went out and bought the camper. In fact, I just filled up the 2 7-gallon tanks because I'm taking them on a camping trip next week. So yeah, I'm just doing what I do, man. I do a little construction job every now and then. I'm writing those grants, as a nonprofit grant writer. I did the thing with Dr. Umar and under grant writing and the bandos. But yeah, man, I'm just out here working for the people, man. Everything that I do, as you know, nephew, the common denominator is I'm helping my black people. But my focus is on the black youth, and that's what I want to tell the audience today, man. If we don't want the Carmelo Anthony's, you don't want the Nolan Wells. You got to get in the street, people. You got to get in these people's lives. This keyboard revolutionary, keyboard experts, keyboard detectives, keyboard whatever profession you need to be based on whatever what do you call them? The trend is. That ain't working, brother. That ain't working. The teen takeover should tell you that. It's not working. The youngsters that are on social media are not on channels like folks like you and I. I know what you do, so you know what I'm talking about. You're in the music thing and the video. But the average teen that you out there see running in them streets, they not on your channel on Facebook. They not even on your channel on Instagram or TikTok. So you have to go to where the people are. And if you remember, nephew, I am a former junior Panther under the late Honorable Dr. Huey Percy Newton. So this attitude, as you know, was indoctrinated in me coming out of my mother's womb in West Oakland, California. And the first chapter of the Black Panther Party was literally blocks from my childhood home. So my thing is, man, I'm just out here working for the youth, man. That's what I'm doing. And it's work. It's work. You got to go to where these people are. And let me say this before we go any further. I like, that's why, not just because I'm a former member of the nation, but I still love and appreciate the fact that one thing that you'll see the FOI in them streets, knocking on them doors, giving out them newspapers. They do that. You got to give them good. What is my point? That's what you got to do. This keyboard revolutionary, you wasting your time, black people. Go ahead, nephew. How you doing, brother? Go right ahead.
I'm doing pretty good, OG. I got my boy Marcus in the building too. He a Muslim. Man, let me just, since you brought up.
Oh wow. Peace, love, and light. Assalamu alaikum, brother Marcus. How you doing?
Wa alaikum salam, brother. I am blessed by the best. How about yourself?
Oh, praise is due to Allah. Brother, I'm alive, 63 years old, a grandfather, long retired. But as a Muslim brother, I'm doing what I'm trained and conditioned to do. I'm fighting for these black boys, man, every day, all day. That's my life. That's all I care about.
Already. Man, since you brought up the Panthers, how you feel about Cornell X and Candace Owens?
I I I I don't really dip and dab in that anymore, because I'm dealing with black boys and black girls, and I don't want to mold and shape their mind because they're at their stage. Brother Carnell and Sister Girl, they do what they do, like the Benjamin Crumbs, the Al Sharptons, the Umar Johnson. People gonna do what they do, and they're gonna be who they are. You have the choice of whether you want to be involved in what they do or if you want to be involved with them. And it don't have to be no negative thing said. It don't have to be no negative then done. Life is about choices. If you don't agree with what people do, you stay out of their lane, keep your car in your lane, and turn on the blinker when you get ready to change lane. That's how I feel about them. They doing what they do.
Most definitely. When you come to Texas, specifically Houston, do you check in with Cornell X?
No, I don't. And by the way, I don't know if you've seen from me sharing my travels. I went to Denver, Texas, and ended up in Atlanta in the middle of March, and that was for business and for personal. Because I lived in Atlanta for 4 years, and I lived in Florida also for 2 years. Although I'm from West Oakland, California. But to answer your question, absolutely not. I hook up with people where what do you call it when you're following each other on the freeway? What is the name for that, Brother Marcus? Caravanning. I check in with people that's in my caravan because my window, my umbrella is under the auspices of Black teen boys and Black teen girls. Okay. Outside of that, I'm gonna say it again. They stay in their lane. I stay in mine. They obviously feel that they serving purpose for what they do. Okay. And the people that have them doing the purpose that they think they serve, if it's all right with them, it's all right with me. And let me tell you why. And you know this, brother, nephew. I'm gonna stop calling you your nephew. You always address me as that, and I got to give you that same respect. If Umar Johnson and that continued scam has not deterred my people, it's a lost cause. You cannot continue to beat what's called a dead horse. You cannot change minds that not minds that are in jello, because a jello mold moves. You cannot change a mind that's dried in concrete. See, unless you go and get the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Dr. Collins, the Dr. You can't do it. You can't do it. See, so again, I caravan and check in with the people that fall under the same auspices of the work that I do. Because you have to remember, the number one problem in this country right now, I don't want to use the word problem, the number one focus that, as far as I'm concerned, this is not Brother Marcus, this is not you, nephew, this is not the listening audience. Once again, my number one focus is to continue to get to reach each one, teach one Black boy, one Black girl at a time. And I'm going to do it until I take my last breath and the casket drop, because that is the future. Nothing I do, Brother Marcus and nephew, nothing I do has anything to do with me. I'm 63 years old. I've lived my best life. I've traveled the world. I've met some great people. I got 13 beautiful grandchildren. Everything is about them, my great, great, great nephews and nieces. And at some point, I know I'll be a great grandfather. Long story short, everything I do, man, is for the babies, man. It's for the youth all over this country. See, my computer is not just for social media. See, my computer, I communicate with people that caravan with me also with this computer. In fact, I just got off a Zoom 2-hour meeting with the officers of the street law soldiers under General Tashaka Sankofa out of Washington, D.C. See, because you have to be, when you get to a certain point and a certain age in life, you have to just let some things go. And he used the terminology this morning. He said, he said, West Coast Chairman, I see how your energy, because I've been an overall freedom fighter for our people all over the world. You know that with my work. But my energy, even our general said, it's about the children, man. Everything I do is for my children, my grandchildren, my great nieces and nephews. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I have less years in front of me than the 63 I've already lived. And I got sense enough to know that.
Right.
So I'm not going to be selfish. I'm going to practice what all of the great leaders and teachers have taught me. I'm going to lead by example. And when you lead by example and you make it about the children, that puts you in the frame of work, a frame mind of the importance also of generational wealth.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
What
Speaking,
this house, I bought, remember, and remodeled about 4 years ago. It's not going to my grown children because they all right. I'm leaving for my grandchildren. The camper I bought to take these boys out because they thought only white folks did RVs. Remember I told you that story?
yes,
It's
sir.
34-footer. Matter of fact, I'm sitting in it now. This is for them. See, because if we stop being selfish, we would be in a better condition as a people. Let me ask you and Brother Marcus something. How much money do you need? If money is about strictly surviving, how much money do you need before you can just start giving it away? That's one thing I like about Bill. Is that Bill Gates' wife? You constantly see her giving money away. I don't know nothing about her other than she was married and he left her hundreds of billions of dollars. She's a white woman and she's always giving it away. Now, I may not know who she's giving it to, and I may not like if I did know who was giving it to. But you know what's more important than my dislikes? The fact that she got sense enough to give it away to help others, because you can't take none of it with you.
Most definitely. Shout out to Uncle Shaka. Uncle Shaka in the building too. He joined the conversation. You want to say something, Uncle Shaka? And then I got a question for everybody.
Okay, all right. Before I don't want to interrupt your question. I just like the nature of the conversation in and of itself. The brother over here, I dig him. I know Sankofa myself personally from years and years back when we battled on
No way. No way.
Sankofa.
Are you serious, brother?
Yes, my name is Shaka. I know Sankofa. I know all these guys. I go way back. Don't let my young don't let my don't.
Well, Shot Kofa is my general under the street law soldiers, man. I just did a 2-hour Zoom call with him. So if you know Shot, brother, matter of fact, he was in the middle of knocking on doors, giving food away to the parents with the children, as he does under the street law soldiers. Are we talking about the same person, brother?
We're talking about the same Sankofa who did something with the brother named Jeff Watts up in Chicago. He way up there. He did something in Chicago under his name, Sankofa.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, General Sankofa used to bodyguard for people like what is our sister name? But he's up there with Geronimo Pratt. He did work with all of them.
We talk about the same person. We talk about the same person. Don't let my
no, brother. It ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm just so honored that to know you, and again, y'all know how I feel about nephew, because I told you what he's been doing, and he's been consistent about it. And all I try to do is teach, brother. And teaching, it hurts feelings. And teaching, it pulls out emotions. But at the end of the day, brother, only thing that matters is truth. Truth don't care about feelings. Truth don't care about emotions. You cannot argue. You cannot debate truth. It stands on its own. If truth was a human being, if you cut both of his legs and both of his arms off, it would still stand on its own. No support on the left, no support on the right, no support in the front, no support in the back. My focus is on these black children across this country, period. If not now, when? If not now, when? If not me and all of the pro-black organizations that I work with. If not us, who?
All right.
Most definitely. Let me ask this question to both of y'all on the panel and my brother Marcus.
Well, let them talk, man. I've been talking enough, so they can go ahead.
All right, we need your insight too. Okay.
No. I'm just saying I'll go last because I've been talking. Let them go ahead.
Most definitely. All right. So the question, what I want to ask you brothers about is reparations. y'all are older. Everybody on the panel is older than me, so I want to get y'all opinions on reparations. Will we have reparations before y'all take y'all last breath? So, if let me share my screen, and from doing my research, from if you do a quick Google search, says the United States provide Israel with a base of $3.8 billion every year. So we giving Israel $3.8 billion every year. Now, when we talk about reparations, it's just in my opinion, some of our tax money is in that $3.8 billion, in my opinion. But I just want to ask you, brothers, how y'all feel about reparations? Is it attainable? Is it a dream? Is it a myth?
Can I go first?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. When it comes to reparations, look at what the word means. What we're gonna reprobate? Nothing. It's reprobations, not reparations. We get the reprobations because of us. Our money make the country go around. We just look. I'd rather have a $5 bag with $5,000 in it than have a $5,000 bag with just $5 in it. What I mean by that is, I'd rather have a Family Dollar bag with $5 grand in it than a Lucci bag with 30 cents in it. We Can I say what I want to say without messing up your channel, Wade?
OG, you got the flow.
Man, fuck that shit, man. We ain't gonna never get it. They ain't gonna never give it to us. It's promised to us. We got acts that's laid out there right now that say we supposed to get it. They ain't gonna never give it to us. What the fuck is we looking for? We got the rep. Didn't you just lit up a black or something? You spent that with probably at a goddamn gas station by an Arab that's owned by a Jewish dude. We can roll that shit up our motherfucking self. What the fuck is we doing? We fucking ourselves because we don't see the bigger picture. The bigger picture is he got $5, you got $5, Marcus got $5, I got $5. We take them $20 and go make our own black. The only problem is because it came from us, ain't nobody gonna want to buy it. You see what I'm saying? Wait, I ain't been on your channel in a minute, B. You know how I get down. I've been on your. I don't like it if nobody don't like me. But let's be honest about it. We ain't getting no rubber with the Obama. Oh, we got the first black president. That nigga ain't black. He one of them. They all related. They ain't gonna give us shit. It's up to us. But the fucked up thing about it is, it's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. If it was more Indians, do you know what we could do? If you got 10 people, the brother Malik got 10 people, Marcus got 10 people, I got 10 people, we all got $10. You know what we could do? I told my people, do you know? Wait, the last time you talked to me, I was in Chicago. I don't even live there no more. I'm in a place called Anderson, Indiana. And I got smart. We took $1,000 a piece and opened up a franchise. Now we got three. Number of white people, they coming to see us. They not gonna give us reparations because did you ever get your 40 acres in the mill? They've been promising us that forever. We only 3/5 of a person, so they ain't gonna give it to us anyway. We gonna still be 3/5 of a person, but our dollar gonna be the dollar.
Woo!
Stop playing games, G. Straight up, ain't shit changed. I'm still the same dude, man. I'm just on a whole nother wavelength. I don't want to argue about the Anunnaki and the Hebrews and all that. I want to talk about what's going on right now. Straight up, wave. I'm on a whole nother level now, man. I had to grow up, man. I literally had to grow up. You know how you get out.
Exactly. Exactly. Is Brother Marcus gonna speak? Because I just want to add something real quick. Because my brother Zach Kofa here, then pretty much covering where I was going to come from. It comes down to economic power. And he just said it. There ain't no damn excuses. It is verifiable information. Black people spend more money than any other race in this country, and we've been doing it consecutively for decades. Let me say that again. We like to use the word dynasties when we're talking about sports teams. Black people own the dynasty of spending more money than any other race in this country. Some years is the national average of the entire country in the trillions of dollars. And to show you how I don't have to add more, the brother told you when he used the money versus the back. We are a people that identify ourselves by white folks in European name brands all across our chests, all down our pants. We want to make sure we got the red bottom shoes with a European name on. We want to make sure even put them all in our and sun and stuff. We don't have no excuse. And did I not say early? Some things in life you have to let go. And Brother Stancope would just tell you, they ain't cutting no goddamn reparation check because they couldn't even give you a 40 acres and the mule. Now, let's be a
They
little
wouldn't even
funny
give you the
here.
meal. They wouldn't even give you the meal, bro. They wouldn't even give you the
Brother,
meal.
brother, I was getting ready to go there because we could get mules in this country with no problem. We not only did we not get the 40 acres, they won't even give us a patch that's the size of a fucking casket that they make sure they drop us in. No, ain't nobody giving us nothing. Do for self, move on, put your money together. These other folks like these Asians and Jews, and by the way, that example you gave on that cigar, Brother Sankofa, excellent example. You went right to the point. That example he gave you is exactly what part of why we ain't getting no reparation. We have the money. That's why I said earlier, I asked y'all, how much money do you need? See, Black people can pull their resources together. I'm not talking about the little old Joes like us here on this news feed. No disrespect. But let's just go, like he said, since we're talking about economics, and that's what it's based on. One of the biggest problems we also have is not outside of spending. We don't know how to reverse and really put on the boycott. Because something else, Brother Sankofa said that I don't want y'all to go over y'all head. See, nobody spends more money than us, which means if we would put on one of them 1960 boycotts and stop spending money really for a day, a week, or a month, it'll shut the whole country down. Did you not cover that, brother? Did you not cover that, brother? You can shut the whole country down.
Can I interject for one moment? Can I interject for one moment?
Oh, sure. Go right ahead, brother. Go right ahead.
All right. So even if we was to boycott, and this would work, I'll give you an example. And I don't want to be long-winded, but let me give you an example. I've been to prison. Now, I was in Illinois State Prison, and we shut the whole prison system down because we decided not to go to commissary for 1 week. You know what broke that up? They came in there and said, we're going to give y'all fried chicken. And them niggas folded over fried chicken. You know what they're going to come in and do to say? You know what they're going to do? They're going to say, we're going to give you a stimulus check. We had them under the gun. We had them by the balls. At one point, we're going to give y'all the stimulus check. And we fucked up. Hey, wait, where you find this guy from? I need to know who this guy is, man. I really need to know him, man. If he mess with Sankofa, I'm dealing with you.
Oh yeah, well again, man, I'm a former student, junior panther under Dr. Huey P. Newton. I'm the former West Coast Regional Chairman of the New Black Panther Party, other Dr. Khalid Muhammad. I'm a former member of the Nation of Islam. And I'm currently the West Coast Regional Chairman of the Street Law Soldiers based out of Washington, D.C. with our General Tashaka Sankofa. I'm also the longtime West Coast Regional Chairman of the Black Beret Liberation Movement. We have 2 pages here on Facebook under General Malik El Ghani out of Phoenix, Arizona. That's who I am, brother.
Let me say this. Let me say this real quick. Let me give you some depth. Okay. You know how people bash Umar Johnson and they say the regular thing. We know you scamming. You've been taking donations for too long. Uncle Malik put something on my brain. Uncle Malik said, "Hey, that land that he got the school on, the land fucked up. So they got to tear all that down, mess with the dirt and the soil to even get that right. So with him putting that on my brain, that just told the school would never open. it'll have to get tore down what he is putting money into.
Stop right there, brother nephew Sean. Stop right there. Very simple question. Is the school open yet?
It ain't gonna never open.
When was this? A year ago?
I'm going somewhere with this, being funny.
No, sir.
By the way, Sean, nephew, did I not do over 100 shows when I was on that tour on YouTube, which is where you found me at? What I did, brothers and sisters, I'm a retired licensed building contractor here in California. I build homes, Home Depots, all of that stuff all across this country, even traveling like they do, put up in hotels. So I took YouTube from focusing on the donation. Did I not, nephew? And I brought them into the building and specifically the mold. The reason why the buildings will never open, brothers and sisters, I even gave YouTube a saying, and nephew Sean gonna know what it is as soon as I say it. To the listening audience, the inside of the buildings can look like the Taj Mahal. The floors can be trimmed in gold. Did I not say this, nephew Sean, all the way last year? As long as the grounds are contaminated, as long as you drive by there or simply pull up the buildings on Instagram, YouTube, or whatever, and you see that deadly black mold, the buildings will never open to sell stale hot dogs or 3-day-old hamburgers. It's not going to happen. Everything you see Umar Johnson doing with those contaminated bandos, did I not also bring up this day, nephew, educating the people? It's an illusion of progress. If Umar loses those buildings, that is his number one con, his number one scam. If he loses those buildings, it is over. I'm so glad, nephew, you went in deep, because I am the man I'm the reason why you see everybody talking about mold when it comes to Umar Johnson right now, because even Sean, and he's man enough to have already admitted it, Umar had him fooled, standing there across the street, making sure them 4 letters is in the background, making sure you see that old paint that he, not only is the paint old from Moral Academy, he didn't even pay for that. He took old paint and painted over the mold and got the people fooled that it was okay. Now, what I educated Sean them on is the fact that mold feasts off of fluid. So anytime and it has a smell. I'm gonna cut this short because all you guys have to do is go and look up mold. Mold will shut whole apartment buildings down. Mold will shut schools down. Mold will have you moving out of your house into a rental while they do a remodel job. It is the number one killer for upper respiratory problems, especially for children. And who are we talking about supposed to be in those buildings? Children. So brothers and sisters, I don't have to get into the scam. I don't have to get into the money. All I'm going to tell you, and Sean will tell you, it's been almost a year later, until Umar Johnson does the remediation treatment on that mold, get it taken care of, which also includes testing the water, testing the air, and the so-called working HVAC, brothers and sisters, on my dead daughter and my deceased parents, it's never going to open. So just like the brothers teaching about reparations, chalk it up, all you Umarians. Chalk it up, all you delusional donors. It's not going to happen. And I'm going to put Sean on the spot one more time, and I'm done. It's been about a year. Am I not, nephew? Since we connected. Am I right?
I'm pulling up the video right now. I'm about to find a date.
It's been like 4 years. We went out there to go check the place out.
No. I'm talking about me and Sean. We hooked up on YouTube about a year ago. Am I right, nephew? He met me from doing a tour on all of these shows on YouTube because, like he said, I bought mold into Umar's problem. Umar's number one problem is mold, and he doesn't have the money to do it because he had the money to do it. The money is gone. FDMG means family. The money is gone. I don't care if he talks to you like your mom when you was a baby. I don't care how good it sounds. I don't care how many shiny floors and how many desks he shows you, even under those contaminated floors. Until he addresses that mold, those buildings will never open. Those buildings will never open legally, period.
Hey,
Well,
y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Wavy.
Yeah, I hear you, and I see your thing on the screen. Go ahead, nephew. It's your show.
Hey, Uncle Malik said 10 months ago.
Hello? I'm listening.
The dirt was fucked up. He'll have to tear them buildings down. The contractors will have to dig into that soil because the soil goddamn fucked up.
How long ago, nephew?
10 months ago. And the school ain't open yet.
Well, you can't throw sugar out the shit. You can't throw sugar out the shit, man.
I got to hook up with this brother, nephew. I got to hook up with this brother. I got to hook up with this brother because he tell the truth. That's what it's all. Our people have a problem with. A lot of us have a problem with the truth, which why we have a problem with accountability. Which is why you have the Umar Johnson and the Jay Morrisons and the Brother Polites, because we have taken. Yeah. We have taken feel good. We have taken feel good, smooth talking to a whole nother level, to the point black people are the most gullible, easily scammed people in the entire universe, and it's not even close. It's y'all floor. Go ahead.
Hey, Wavy, can I have like a 5-minute flow with the brother? I wanted to do
You got the flow, OG.
Yeah. You got the floor, OG. I'm finna drink some tea while I'm drinking my water. You got the floor.
But I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna smoke what I'm smoking. I'm gonna drink what I'm drinking. But I like this cat, Wavy. You done turned up now.
Brother. Wait. I'm an OG. You ain't doing nothing I don't do. Matter of fact, I'm a bourbon connoisseur. Sean know that. So you ain't got the brother. You ain't got to apologize. You don't owe nobody. You a grown ass OG, man. You a grown ass OG, man. You don't owe nobody no explanation. You're going to give us our 5 minutes and smoke on your blunt and sip on your bourbon, brother. Go right ahead.
Yeah, you got the flow, Uncle Shaka.
They know I don't smoke no blunts. They know I smoke these joints. I'm old school. But I'd like to talk to you directly for a few minutes, if that's okay with you, Malik.
You got it, Uncle Shaka.
Oh, you done switched up on me. Oh, hey, Malik, let me ask you something. Straight up and down, 100. What do you think that we can do as a people? I don't consider myself to be black. I'm not gonna say I'm indigenous either. If they was gonna ask me on a job application, what's your ethnicity? I'm gonna say other, because I'm not one of y'all. I'm one of me. I'm by myself. So what do you think if we was to use the analogy, or I don't even want to use that word. What if we use the word black? What do you think as a black unified people? Because I don't see us unified. Period. We got YNs, OGs, pops, and unks. What do you think that we can do? With your opinion, I like your opinion already. What do you think that we could do to unify ourselves to bring it all together? Like, what if I get it? Like everybody call me pops or unk or something like that. What could I tell a YN, that's what they call them now, a young nigga, to, hey man, look what you doing. I watched a buddy right now, and he's in Louisiana, I believe it is. I can't Angola, yeah, that's the name of the prison. 47 years. 47 years they gave him at 17 years old because he shot a motherfucker. What can we tell the next person?
One of the most toughest prisons in the history of the United States, Angola and Louisiana. Absolutely.
So what can we do to get these young cats to start thinking like some of us older cats? Because At one point in time, we was young, so we was buck wild too. What do we do to try to? Because they're gonna say if you went out there, if you went on the street right now, they're gonna say, "Man, everybody listen to this old ass nigga." Same thing they're gonna say to me. What can we do to get them to hear the voice of reasoning that you have, that Wavy got, Marcus got? Maybe I don't got no voice of reasoning, but what could you tell me to tell me, hey man, this is what you need to do to amplify yourself into a better realm than prison, jail, drug dealing, or death? If that makes sense.
First of all, brother, stop selling yourself short. You're a respected OG, and I respect you as an OG. You don't have to apologize for nothing. You don't owe no inspiration, but I just want you to know I respect you as much as Sean and each and one of you all respect me as a 3-year-old OG. Second of all, I'm going back to where I started earlier when we first started. You have to go to where they are. You have to go to where they are. Remember, I used the FOI knocking on the door. You have to go where the young men are. You have, especially if they out hanging out, buck wild, and they have certain place, a corner store, a liquor store. You go where they are and you talk to them. And you talk to them and you talk to them. But the key is if you have access to them to talk to them in person, that means you have access to them to start bringing them around and see how you move as a man, which means because children emulate what they see and what they hear, and it's consistent if they see it. So it goes from talking. Remember the saying, OG?
My phone dying. Oh my God, my phone is dying.
Well, plug it in, brother. Because what you do is, you know how we always say action supersedes words. So of course you always start off by talking to them consistently in their face, and go to where they are, where they're practicing these bad practices like hanging on the corner with their pants down. See, you go to them. And when the time comes, after you build up that trust, they build up that trust and they believe in what you've been telling them, consistency, and it ain't no BS, and they recognize it. Then the phase 2 is bring them around so you can show them that you practice what you preach. Because a black boy needs to be around a black man in action, not just words, in order to know how to function in this world as a black man. So to answer his question, you got to go to him. You bring them to them. You lose by example. You lead by example. You sit down and you listen to them. You let them know you care about them. Because a lot of them, that's all they really need. That's all the junior street law soldiers need that I got out of the juvenile hall. No one has that. No man had ever sit down and talk to them and listen to them, because they were always in the environment where they were getting in trouble. So if you're in an environment where you're getting in trouble, then you're going to talk to people that's talking negative to you, like a probation officer or a police detective. So you got to bring them in, untrain them, unlearn them, retrain them, and relearn them by words followed by action. Again, I bought this camper 3 years ago, October, because when the boys were here, they thought, brother, nephew, and audience, they thought that recreational vehicles was exclusive only to white folks, because the only time they had ever seen one, white folks was in it. So what did I do? I went out and bought a 34-footer, sleeps 9 people, specifically got the design with the bunk beds in it, TVs, is fully loaded. I introduced them to that. Now I can't keep them out of it, because it's basically a house on wheels. Why am I saying this? Actions will always supersede words. Umar Johnson is the perfect example. You don't need to go do nothing else. Umar Johnson can sell you water standing next to an open fire hydrant, because that's all it takes for him. He's a man of many words. He's not a man of action. That's why you never see him with children doing anything for children, although that's supposed to be what he's about. Words action. But in your actions, nephew, in your actions, brother Marcus, and whoever else is listening to me, you must follow it by practicing the actions that you preach about. So my boys here, even when my grandsons come here, there's no video games hooked to no TVs because this is my house and I don't play video games. Okay. There's always food, refrigerators full in the cabinet. They have, in other words, they have no excuses. Just like I had no excuses coming up in West Oakland with 9 brothers and sisters and 2 no-nonsense Louisiana parents. And back in the day, you know, OG, if you're OG, you know, villages and communities that didn't play that either. Words, actions. Words, action. You go to them, to their world, spend time, kick it, talk their language, then you bring them over to your world and say, hey, young man, this is how you do this. I'm 63 years old and had every kind of surgery that you can name. Long ago retired, don't have to do nothing. But this is how you do it. You work hard, no excuses. Don't give them the mindset like our brother was saying. Don't raise them up with the mindset of they're oppressed. See, we get excited and think it's a big deal when we talk about white people, racism, and oppression all the time. But what we don't understand selfishly is that you're planting that seed into a young mind that's in the process of molding. So what you're telling that black boy is, if you teach him about that he's oppressed, if you teach him that the white man got his knee on his neck, if you teach him that he's a victim, that's already telling him, well, why should I work hard to do anything? Because Uncle Grandpa Malik is already making it sound like I ain't got a chance no way. So why you can't do that? Racism is always going to be here. This country was built on racism. That's why our ancestors built the White House for free on blood, sweat, and tears, and some of them died in the heat, also building the White House. What is my point? Don't give them any excuses. There's a difference in teaching them our history versus teaching them our history and making them feel like they're a victim, making them feel like they're oppressed, and molding into their mind when the concrete is still dry. And then when it gets hard, all of that time you spent with them, all of that time that they spent with you, how they opened up and trusted you and cried to you, and you hugged them and you fed them and all of that, it's all for naught because you didn't already put a negative connotation in their head, which basically mean, hey, nephew, little teenage nephew, you ain't got a chance because you oppressed, you a victim, and a white man got his knee on his neck. I've traveled all over this world. All over this world. My nephew know that. I've lived in Georgia and California. I've been to Africa. I've been to Asia. I've been all up and down the Caribbean coast, Montego Bay, Cuba, Puerto Rico. Everywhere I have went, there's racism. But Malik has never had a problem with it because, first of all, here we go, the mindset. I don't go looking for it, nephew. I don't go looking for racism. I don't go looking for being oppressed. I don't go looking for victimhood. It's not that racism, and I've been toe to toe with white folks. If you know my history and the people and organizations that I work with, I don't have to tell you that. But I don't have to have no excuses either, especially when I'm dealing with innocent black boys, innocent black girls with minds that don't fully develop until, well, I think they say with the woman it's about 22 and with the man it's about 25. I just can't do it, nephew. That's the answer to his question.
Most definitely, most definitely. Man, let's go back and forth. You there, Marcus? Marcus, you want to say something? Assalamu alaikum. You want to take
My bad, I started playing Call of Duty. I'm listening though.
All right, you getting your head taps. You getting your head taps. All right. So Elder. All right, hold up. We got Shaka back. Shaka was having so good of a conversation. He ain't even see his battery go to 5%. Then
Leave my brother Shaka alone. But yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it's good over here, ain't it?
Uncle Shaka, you
This
there?
is, yeah, I see him on the screen.
Okay.
Say something. We hear you.
I'm back now. I'm back. My phone really died, man. Hey, y'all gotta forgive me. Y'all gotta forgive me. My significant other, she had like a major surgery. I just brought her home. I caught Wavy one time. I ain't been with Wavy for a minute, but I was
You
listening to the
good. You
brother.
good, OG. You good. You remember where you fell off at?
Yeah, I was doing a Q&A. If that's okay, I'd like to finish.
Yeah, you might gotta summarize your answer, Uncle Malik, because he fell off at the very beginning.
Basically to sum it all up, remember, I don't know if you had got on yet, but I started off by saying it starts off by going to where you got to go to where the youth are. If they're hanging out on the corner, sagging their pants, you got to go there. They're hanging out in a liquor store, somebody's house, you got to go there. You got to go and get introduced to their world and build up that relationship. Okay, and you got to be consistent. And
Okay.
then the time is gonna come, Brother Sankofa, to where now it's time to bring them over. Because remember what you said. How do I give them a choice from seeing this, what they're seeing, which is detrimental, into showing them what they can do? So after you build up that trust in that relationship from going to being their face, and as I worded it, if you're able to talk to them in their face, that means you have direct access. So you use that direct access and you're taking it from going into their world. Like you see in these gang movies where you would see the guys go in and talk to the gang members, no different. But it's consistency, it's hard work. But then they'll build up that trust. They'll build up that trust that you're listening to them. They'll build up that trust that you really care what you're saying to them in your conversation at their spot. I don't care where it is, at their spot. And you go and you go and you go and you listen to them and let you talk. And then the day comes where you say, come on over to
Sit
my
down.
world. And what you do, elder, all of that you talked about, you show it to them by your actions, by leading by example. You understand so
Okay.
far, brother? By leading by example. Children emulate what they see and what they hear on a consistent basis. That's why we so hard on rap music, because it's not just
But
the
what?
music that if it's bad music, it's the consistency in them listening to it. So when you bringing them over to you building up your relationship, I see you ready to talk. I'm gonna say this again. Build up that trust and be consistent about it, starting at their place. I'll get over to my place after you finish. Go right ahead.
No, what I was going to say is the point. That's a poignant point that you just prescribed to whoever's listening. And I hope the listening audience is sharing and subscribing and sharing. I really do.
Absolutely.
That's my
Yeah.
test. But
Please like, share, and subscribe. Absolutely. Because let me say this from you saying that, Elder, because Nephew Sean is consistent. I told you, this brother dropped the link in my box 3 or 4 times a week, every week, and he don't stop. Am I lying on your nephew? Consistent. Here I am,
that's my
and it
little homie.
happened to
That's my
be
little homie. I can't wait to get to Texas. That's my homie for real.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
want to say something. I want to
and
say
here
something in
I am.
regard to
So
what
go right
you said.
ahead, brother.
All right, now you
No,
said
go right ahead.
you have to get to where they are, and like
That,
children to emulate what they see, right? What if they emulate the image that you used to personify? I'll use myself as an example. I'm To this day, I'm not even in Chicago, but I'm a well-known gangster disciple, and
right.
people want to be. They don't call me what y'all call me. Hold on, my baby. She just got out of the hospital. She got to get one of them. She got the blender going. She got to get one of them protein things, you know. But what if they emulate what you were, not what you are? So how do we? Let me walk out the room for a minute so y'all can hear me consistently. Walk out the room for a second. You all right, baby? What I'm saying is, damn, it's loud in here too. Hit the mute button on this. Oh, she watching y'all in here. What
Oh, that's
if?
great. Another listener. That's great.
What if they emulate what you, because they, like you said, they look at who you are, and that's what they emulate. What if they emulate what you used to be? Me, and personally, in Chicago, I'm a well-known gangster disciple. When it comes to gangster
Okay.
disciple, there's no such thing. Wait, let me finish, bro. There's no such thing as retirement when it comes to the age that I come from. So
Right.
I'm pushing 60, and I'm still a gangster disciple. It's tattooed all over me. I don't know if you can see my face clearly. It's all in my face. It's all over my whole body. So how I get them young GDs to say, "Hey man, it ain't GD like." See, I don't want a GD like that. I don't want to. I don't want to like gangster disciple. I want a growth and development type movement. Like, look, let's get together, do this. Ike Taylor, he the co-chairman. I'm up here with him right now. That's why I moved from Chicago to Indiana. We on some growth and development. This man done put together companies and this, that, and the third, and everything, schools, everything. How do you get to the ones that's still on the for you? What you used to do when you was 20, how you tell them young niggas not to do what you was doing when you was 20, but do what you doing now? How we get there?
Great question.
Talk about the good and the bad of the famous gangster disciples. Now,
No, no,
when
no.
you talk about hello?
Go ahead. I want to interject. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. I mean, because I don't want to step on no toes or nothing.
Well,
Go
I
right
don't
ahead.
speak
You
no
say
because
Hold up, Uncle Shaka. Let him give it out to you.
that's why I say go. I want him to tell him go ahead. I don't want him to stop.
oh, you talk about the bad things and the things that you may have regret on the negative aspect, because there's bad in everything. I don't care how
Mm-hmm.
good it is, but you don't focus on the bad. Get it out the way, but don't focus on it, because if you focus on the negative, it's going to be hard to do what your question is, get them over to the positive, but you don't cover it up. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You talk about all the things that you regret. Let me make this clear, elder disciple, and and don't do it in a way and don't do it in a way that you regret being a member of the gangster disciples. When I say talk about the negative, that's only how you feel personally in terms of things that you may have done. See, because you don't want to bring the whole
Okay.
organization down, because remember, I'm getting ready to flip up on you and give you the positive that we do with the Gangster Disciple. You guys may feed the people.
Okay.
You guys may give clothes to the
Yeah.
homeless. You know what I mean? You guys might provide free security, and it don't have to be nothing where it's a bunch of chaos. You know, so you talk about
Right.
the bad. You don't beat them up with it. You don't beat yourself up with it, but you do like you've been doing since I met you almost an hour ago. You keep it real with them, brother, and then you go right on over here to the negative. You go right on over here to the positive, because all you got to do is what the judicial system is supposed to be. Just keep the scale balanced. See, don't talk down to the gangster disciples as a whole. Talk down about the things that you regret doing as a gangster disciple. But then on the flip side, you see my hands? We're going to balance the scale. But this is what the gangster disciples did for me. Because what I've learned from being an advocate of black boys, a lot of them become members of gangs because they want to feel like they're part of something. I don't know if that's your story,
Right.
LG, but you know, as a member, that there are, I'm sure there were members that did that. A lot of these boys want to feel
Right.
like they're,
I was born
well,
into it.
that's a different story, but you get my point, though. And I'm sure everybody that's
Right.
listening gets my point. See, that's how that works. You keep the scales balanced, because guess what? I'm not in the nation anymore. Perfect example, Elder. I'm glad you're sitting down and enjoy your smoke. I'm not a member of the nation anymore, but I still support them. I don't have to like everything they do. I don't have to like everything they say, but I'm still a proud former member of the Nation of Islam. Okay? All of that I was taught by Dr. Huey. All that I was taught by Dr. Khaled. All that I was taught under Minister Keith Muhammad up the road in Oakland, California, my home city, under the teachings of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, under the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You don't like everything about nothing that you're involved in. But just because you don't like everything, that don't mean everything has to be negative. And that's why the best example, even though I know you understand, I want to make sure the listening audience understand. I'm no longer a member of the Nation of Islam. I left when Dr. Khaled left. But long after Dr. Khaled left us, and even under the speculation, I still have ways like having the Final Call newspaper delivered here when I'm not able to get it to support the nation. I love the bean pies. So you don't have to be ashamed of being against the disciple. Just balance the scale, elder. Tell them the good and the bad. Don't harp on it, but bring them on over there to the good side with them cinnamon rolls, man, and you good. Because remember now, you didn't build up a relationship with them. They trust you now. They opening up to you, but guess what? This is what we go wrong with children. We take it for granted that they don't want you to be, that we think that they don't want us to be honest to them. That's not how it works.
Okay.
We are all human beings. They happen to just be at the child age. You're at the adult age, but you got to keep it 100 with them, especially once you build up that relationship. Because in closing, brother, they're going to believe you because anytime that they are well versed enough to know some of the bad things that just say any organization did, ain't no need of lying to them because they know anyway. But this is where the problem come in, and this is where the mistrust can come in. If you only talk about the positive and you don't talk about the negative, see, they're going to not trust you for that because he never brought up nothing about the wrong that he did with the gangster disciples. All he did was talk about the good stuff, the good. I know that nigga grandpa. I know that nigga, you know how they talk. I know he did something bad. So the moment that you don't tell him even one thing negative or that you don't like or that you regret, you lose all hope because you think you fooling them by talking about everything positive. See, and that's how we get scammed. That's how we get conned. That's how we get fooled because we're not honest. And then on the flip side, we don't want the people like Umar Johnson to ask no questions. It can't be one way. Build up the trust with the child. You trust the child trusts you. Brother, it's like father and son. I'm telling you, I got 4 boys in my house. The nephew know that I went and got 4 years ago. Elder, you wouldn't know him today. You wouldn't know him today because I went and visited him once I put my plan in place, I started visiting him at juvenile hall. Put yourself, you've been in jail, but imagine being in jail as a child. How did you feel as a grown man, somebody coming to visit you? See, you asking the right question.
When I went to jail, I was 13. When I got out of jail, I was 34.
Okay, but we're talking about, were you happy when you got visitors?
Visitors and mail is the only thing that made jail go round.
Hello? So what did I do, Elder? I went to juvenile hall consistently to go visit them. Even when family members wasn't coming, I didn't care because I knew what I had to do. I'm going to take care of the administration part. That ain't no problem. I'm already licensed, certified, FBI background, because I've been working with children all my, that's it. Build up the relationship with them. Go visit these, bro. I'm coming here to see, I want to see my nephew Sean today. I want to see my nephew Marcus today. I want to see my uncle, disciple today, all on the same visit. Somebody cares about you, young black man. I care about you. I want the best. I've cried really emotional tears because I was explaining to them how hard it was, how different the picture looked. Them sitting on one side of the glass and I'm sitting on the other. See, it's painful especially if you're a father who has lost a child. See, all of that come into play. So what I did so we can move on, I gave them visits, like all of y'all are in juvenile hall. All you guys I went and visit y'all consistently. I asked you what you needed. You know, I made sure I had an understanding with the officials that ran the facility. My reputation exceeds itself, so none of that was an issue. So basically, all I really had to do was build up a relationship with them by my actions, and everything else fall into play. 4 years later, the oldest one is in his 3rd year in law school. That's Jason. I got 2 brothers that came from the same home. One graduated this year. I got the last one. He's a senior. But those 3 boys, I want each and every one of you to keep this in mind. Not quite 4 years ago, they were waiting to turn 18 years old so they can go from the boys' juvenile hall to the white man's prison.
To the state.
There you go. Instead, I went and got them, and I bought them here. They don't. They're not even the same. They're not even the same children to their parents and their siblings that they also had problems with. But let me make this clear, brothers and sisters that's listening. This is work, though. I keep telling y'all, you can't talk your way out of this. You can't keyboard social media. You got to get off your ass and do the work. I'm here to visit every nephew that's on this feed. Next question.
Now watch this. Next question. I love all of that. Everything you just dropped on us. You didn't drop no keys. You dropped jewels with the keys. Check this out though. With all of that having to do with the YNs, young niggas, what do we do with the YBs? Because they calling them YBs now. What we do with these girls that's out here under these Cardi B? Look, I kid you not. I was in Indianapolis. My wife, I got wives. You know, I probably. So my wife, she just had surgery, right? I'm at the hospital. I'm looking at this young girl, and we the same generation, me and you.
Absolutely.
But she's so wild with it.
Absolutely.
She's so wild with it. She up a strap, I up a strap. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm thinking she trying to stick me up for the car. No, she just got the strap out. They had the strap out. She trying to be like a young nigga. What we do with these young girls is trying to fuck everything. No, I'm gonna say it how I say it. Fuck everything, want to be a nigga, and this, that, and the third. You gotta, can you give some insight on that? Like, these young girls out here trying to be wild as hell as niggas. I'm from Chicago. It's a thing on them social medias that say only in Chicago. You will see so many young girls doing wild shit. It's crazy, and most of them homeless. They live on the train, but they up in guns. They sticking up and everything. What can we do to corral them back into knowing? You know, your mama would have slapped the hell out you if you would have been eating your food and smacking and chewing and all that extra stuff. For real, your mama would have slapped the hell out of you. What we do with these young girls out here? We used to call them fast. What we do? They ain't fast no more. They speedy. What we do with them?
You approach them like your daughter or one of your sisters, and you build up a relationship. But now remember, it's a whole lot more tricky when you a male and you're dealing with the opposite sex. Because first of all, see how you describe them, which is the absolute truth. You have to let them know. First of all, you're not there for that. And for them, and matter of fact, you tell them, don't even respect me like that. Because remember, OG, as you did, because you're asking some very, very good questions. Remember, you're dealing with a female. And like you said,
but the females call themselves bitches.
That's what I'm saying.
They call themselves bitches.
That's the point I'm making. So remember that here I go again. You got to understand her mindset. See, so as her mindset is, remember how you described them. You know, she hot in the pants and carrying guns. And first of all, you have to let her know your OG ass ain't for none of that. Let's just get that clear. We're not doing that. No, we're not doing
I
that.
want a motherfucker to up on me. I'm gonna shoot the shit out of
No,
anybody
no,
that
no.
up on me. I'm gonna beat
You
up my hands
no, no, no. You
bisected.
no, you missed me. It had nothing to do with the gun. I'm sorry, man. I thought you. I'm talking about so she won't come at you sexually, and you understand that and she understands that you're not interested in that.
No,
that's
but
why I'm
no,
sorry you
okay.
missed me
Then
because remember you said
no,
the way
no,
she is.
but maybe I don't mean to cut you off. You're not supposed to cut a man off in the speech,
No,
but
go
I have
ahead,
to
man.
interject for a minute. Maybe if she come at you sexually, maybe she come at you on some stick up shit. Maybe she come at you, I'm gonna sell you some drugs. Maybe she come at you, I'm gonna rob you type shit. How do we deal with these young women who think that like these young niggas, if them niggas can do it, I can do it too type stuff? How do we approach them?
It still starts with conversation. It's still because what are you gonna do? Now remember, I'm playing devil's advocate. That's obviously not your purpose. But what are you gonna do? You gonna get into a gun battle with her? No. What you doing with her is called digressing, de-escalating. See, she don't need no gun out around you. Well, OG, I always pull this gun out around. Listen, sister girl, I'm not all of those other men. I'm not here for that. That's not necessary. You talk to her about the gun because that's really the approach based on what the example that you given me. So we got to deal with the gun first. See, and,
Oh, I
and
like this guy.
we
I
got to
like
deal with
this guy.
the gun first because you could be the one that saves her. In other words, you could be the last man that she ever want to pull a gun on or feel that she need one just because the way you corresponded with her. So you got to deal with the gun. See, remember, this is
Well,
not.
I just took a gun from I just took a gun from a female. Yeah, I literally physically took it from her.
That's
Like
that.
it's mine now.
That's what. But so you understand what I'm saying. But I know your situation is a little different. Upon reproach, you have to talk about the gun first, because once you talk about the gun and get her comfortable with what you're saying and believing you to the point that you see her put the gun away during the conversation, well, now it's not about you. You done made her comfortable to where now she may not pull it on nobody else, even if they don't come at
I
her
like it.
like you did. That's why I'm saying your
That.
lesson could be the only lesson that she needs to never feel like she need a gun again. All
Mhm.
because you acted opposite of the way that she thought you was gonna act. That's why I use the terminology gun battle. De-escalate the situation, understand who you are, what you represent, and never come out of character. You don't go to their level.
Okay.
You don't go to their level in that situation. Now, don't say, well, Malik, you're a hypocrite, because when you was talking about the boys, you got to go to their level. We're talking about, and it's a very, very good subject. You talking about a deadly weapon. That's an entirely different conversation. See, so you have to de-escalate the situation because, again, once you get her comfortable and an understanding with you, you don't know, and you may not never see her again, or you may run into her a
Mhm.
while later. You might read about her in the newspaper, and she's turned her turtle life around, and she may even mention, somebody may say, "Hey, I know it's been some years now. What turned your life around?" I ran into this OG from the Gangster Disciples, and he talked to me. She might use the terminology, de-escalate the situation. Remember I told you, he listened to me. Because she might even tell you why she got the gun, and you convince her that she don't need it no matter what reason she give you. Especially out in public where a cop will shoot you if you just mention gun over the PA system. De-escalate the
Mhm.
situation. De-escalate the situation leads to trust. And you
Okay.
and
I only asked for 5 minutes.
no, go right
I only
ahead,
asked
man.
for 5 minutes.
Brother, I'm here. This is what I do. Go right ahead, man. Go right ahead.
I got one more question.
I,
Now I'm looking at you. I'm looking at me. We looking at each other. What do we tell these? I'm gonna tell you what I tell people all the time. Don't let the gray hair fool you. How do we de-escalate that? I'll tell you. If I run up on, if I went to Texas, oh, he left. Oh, okay. If I went to Texas right now and think wavy, don't let the gray hair fool you. I might be a dinosaur, but I still can get out. I ain't gonna shoot you, but I'm gonna fight you. How do we de-escalate? Say you at the gas station, right? And we see some of these YNs, we see some of these, they call themselves YBs now, and we see some of them. And it's no talking to them. How do we backtrack and avoid the situation, or do we approach them and try to do exactly what you're saying do? Me personally, I'm gonna protect myself at all means and all costs. I ain't making this long for nothing. I've been shot up so many times. I can give Tupac stories 3 times and, and prison stories 18 times. I'm not gonna let nobody do nothing to me that I ain't gonna do nothing to nobody else. So how do I tell a person, don't let this gray hair fool you? And do it in a calm manner without me having to back down or making them feel or forcing me to have to do something to them because they won't step down regardless of what I say.
Well,
If I don't want to put too much on the plate, but how do I make them de-escalate if they don't want to de-escalate and I'm not finna back away and let you. I'm not gonna let nobody. What I'm saying is I ain't gonna let nobody do nothing to me.
I
Period.
get
I ain't making this
I
right.
get you, Elder. I got you loud and clear. The first thing you do, you've already said it. The moment it's an understanding that you ain't taking no ass whooping or a bullet, once you get that out of the way, very simple. Leave it alone under the sand. Watch this, Elder, because everybody can't be saved, and some people don't want to be saved. See, everybody can't be saved, and some people don't
Where did
want to
you
be
find
saved.
this guy at Wavy?
Let me
Wavy, where did you
let
find
me
him
tell
at,
you something,
bro?
brother. You found me on YouTube. I was on tour on YouTube, bringing the mode situation to the people because they were so focused on those shiny colors and those letters in that building, and it don't work like that. That's where you got me from, brother. I ain't hard to find. I ain't going nowhere. Ain't nobody looking for me.
I say that all the time. I ain't hard to find.
I'm just an OG from West Oakland, man. Came around from no nonsense people, starting with my parents, man, and that's all I know. You know, but I care about the kids. You know, I'm an ex-classroom educator in Oakland, the same district that educated me. My 2 ex-wives, I've been around children all my life. There are some situations you have to come to their level, but in this situation that you just gave me, where you feel threatened.
Wait, hold on, brother. Let me. I literally just picked my wife up from the hospital, and she had major surgery. I'm gonna stay on the line, but let me just go take care of her because something is going on. I might have to give her like a
No
shot or
problem. I'll talk
something.
to Charles and the audience, because I know
All
I
right.
know you can play this back. So to finish that
Yes,
up,
sir.
nephew, once a person de-escalate themselves from what they thought it was a harmful situation, you know, if you're at the gas station, you get that situation resolved, get what you came to the gas station get, and you leave that alone. And because that falls under everybody can't be saved.
Right.
And
Everybody.
some people don't want to be saved because remember, there's a lot of people. Let me put it this way. There's a lot of people out here that make big money off the pain, suffering, and death of their own people. So everybody can't be saved. I'm not going to lie and tell anybody on this in the audience that you can save every child, because every child can't. But those that you have, that's what that's saying. See, we love these sayings. We don't know what they mean, and we never put it in practice. It says each one teach one. It didn't say each one teach 5 at a time. If you get 1 at a time, that's 1 less. When I talked to the General Tashaka about bringing in the Rites of Passage program under the street law soldiers, and I'll control it here in California, the very first thing he told me, he was so happy. I just told him again this morning. He said, that's 3 less, because you already got them out of jail. He said, that's 3 less young caskets that's being lowered in the ground. So that's how you look at that listening audience. De-escalate the situation and walk away. Because there are some youngins out here that's itching for a fight. There are some youngins out here that's itching for a shootout. See? But think about yourself and not them and their situation. That's why I said, once you get past the understanding that I ain't taking no ass whooping or I'm going down fighting, once you address that, the rest is easy because, again, leave it alone, walk away, and tell yourself, this is what Brother Malik said. Everybody can't be saved, even with these youngins. Go right ahead, nephew. The floor is yours. And by the way, nephew and audience, I hope that this information is helping you guys in whatever way that it is. It may be helping others. It may help somebody that you know. I don't know everything. I'm not the smartest person in the world. I stay in my lane for what that I do know. But I just hope that the information that I'm sharing from these great questions, this great dialogue, this great panel, I just hope it helps somebody. And if it doesn't help you, it may help somebody you know. So again, like I said, I don't know everything, but what I do know, I know, and I give it to you. I give it to you free, and it don't cost a dime. Go ahead, Elder. Go right ahead, brother.
All right. So we done tackled a bit of the street questions that I have. Now, Wavy, can I take them where I be going? You know where I be at with the Anunnaki and all that type of stuff. All right, let me ask you something. I know you was a former member. I don't know. I don't want to say FOY. I know you used to deal with Islam. I am self and so on. How do not religious? I don't deal with religion, period. Because if you look up the definition of religious, it's just something that you do consistently. I smoke. I smoke weed. I smoke cigarettes. I drink. I got a beer company, so I drink my beer all the time. So we don't want to deal with religion. That's just something that you do
Let me
consistently.
say something right there so you will know how powerful what you said is.
I think you know where I'm going to go. I think I know. I think you know where I'm going
Let
to
me
go
tell
with it.
you how powerful what you said. Not only is it all about being honestly, but actually being a Muslim. Islam is not a religion; it's a way of life. And what you just described about what you do, that's why it's not supposed to be religion, because you're supposed to be who you are, and certain things are prohibited. But they say that as a Muslim, you shouldn't be embalmed. There's a lot of Muslims that get embalmed anyway. So my point is, you're absolutely right. And this is why I keep saying, you don't have to justify what you over there. Because let me tell you something. My nephew Sean, I ain't never been on camera and seen him scared talking about a point, smoking a blunt. That's who you are, brother.
He the first person that made me light a blunt on camera.
That's what I'm trying. That's why I'm trying to tell you what you said was very valuable, even if you don't think, because it's about being yourself. Now, I smoke. I just don't smoke in front of the boys. I got a smoke room here at the house. I ain't getting high with them.
Okay.
I ain't drinking no bourbon with them. We not going there. See, but that don't mean, Elder, that they don't know that that's what I do. It's not what you do sometimes, it's how you do.
How you do
It's
it?
not what you
How
do
you do it?
sometimes, it's how you do it. Nephew Sean ain't up there in the room for the children or whatever, smoking his joint, saying, fuck it, this is my house, I'm on camera. It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
It's how you do
So please, please,
No,
please.
you know what
Hold
he
on,
do?
no. This is for you, man.
Go ahead,
And don't take it
Go ahead,
wrong. Please, please, please stop starting off your conversation with apologizing. We are respecting you as an elder, brother. You don't owe nobody no explanation. Smoke your motherfucking weed. Smoke your weed.
I don't.
You
I
understand what I'm
didn't think I
saying?
was giving it.
Don't even bring it up.
I didn't
Just
think I was.
do what you did. You said, Malik, I do. You are living your life, and that's all you need to do. Next question.
Next question is, Wavy, put me in tune with this cat, man. So me and this cat can talk on the side. We're gonna come back and blow your whole channel apart. I swear to
Well,
God.
let me tell you, you can find me on Facebook under And if you don't get it, and Sean can put it in because trust me, nephew Sean know exactly who I am. You can find me on Facebook.
Hold on, Ken.
Under Malik Muhammad. You can find me on Instagram.
Stop Ain't that how y'all say it? Ain't that how y'all say it? Stop or something like that. Put a Wavy. You be sending me the links. Put his link in the thing you be sending me so I can reach out to him.
I'm gonna put it in the link. Hold up real quick, Uncle Malik. Let Uncle Shaka finish with his train of thought. Go ahead, Uncle Shaka.
I forgot my train of thought already. Cause she driving me crazy. I literally just picked her up from the hospital. She had like a major surgery. She got like 6 holes in it.
You were saying
Pick
you
me back
smoke
up.
and you drink, and you was about to bring up something with Islam.
Right.
Oh yeah. Not to be on the now we done talked about the youth a little bit, this, that, and the third. Now, how do we deal with these concepts of religion? Like, if Wavy know me, you call him Sean, I call him Wavy. My thing is always came from a Yasharala background. Yeah, you'll probably hear him say Hebrew Israelite. I don't claim that. I say Yasharala from the tribe of Gad because that's what I've been taught by my family.
Absolutely.
And we can trace that back a little bit.
Right.
So if you came from a Islamic background and I came from a Yasharala Israelite background, wouldn't that make me and you some form of cousins? And I'm asking that to bring it to let me bring it all the way to the point. If you came from a Israelite background, which is Islam, and I came from a Yasharala background, which is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they all came from the same thing, wouldn't we be the same thing? Just saying God's name, the God that we supposed to serve.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question from this angle. First of all, it shouldn't matter who called who what, because the moment you start worrying about that, you can never unite. Because remember, so-called religion is one of the biggest dividers in this country. So you and I,
religion, coochie, and money.
Yeah, you and I, we can talk and teach each other if we're gonna talk about it. But what we cannot do is let our beliefs, our differences get in the way of building the brotherhood. Because you don't understand why it's important that you said what you said. That's what I'm telling you, brother. You asking some very good questions because these are the kind of things. Matter of fact, religion and politics are the two biggest dividers, OG, in the black community.
And
religion. Am I correct, OG? Am I? That's why it's so important what you
religion, politics, and coochie.
There you go.
Start war.
And it don't have to be that way. It's called put your differences aside and focus on the cause. Put your differences aside and work on the cause. Because technically, religious and political beliefs are supposed to be private anyway. See, we brought it out to the forefront, and now you got black folks fighting and falling out with family members and all that over crooked pastors and crooked politicians, and it don't have to be that way, and it shouldn't have to be that way.
Well, I ain't talking about the pimps. I ain't talking about the pimps. We know they pimp the pulpit. They pimp the goddamn they pimp the pulpit, they pimp the pole.
But what I'm saying is we've let that divide us, man, and we don't have to do that. You know, respect each other's differences and move along with the bill. See, that's what we're doing. We're doing a brotherhood bill right now. That's what this is called.
All right.
We call it a bill.
All right. So we're gonna have complete decorum on this one. How about this? We're gonna have complete decorum. I'm going to ask you a solid question. I want a solid answer from you, brother. Not a long-winded one. I want a solid answer. So, if we know the 3 P's is what cause war, pussy, politicians, pussy, politics, and power is what cause wars. Let's go into forget the religious part.
Right.
We just know those three things cause wars.
Right.
What if I told? What if I was to say Wavy, can I go into my Anunnaki?
Do your thing, OG.
And what if I say, man, you the son? Is God in you? Are you God? That's a direct question to you, Elder.
Every day,
That's a direct question.
every step I take, I'm walking with God. Because yes, I am.
No, 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 King. Let me say the question poignantly. Are you God?
You mean the mystical God? No, I'm not.
No, no, that's not what I said. I didn't use no other word. I didn't put no adjectives, no adverbs, none of that. Look, wavy into it now.
I think
Are
I
you
think
God? Let me tell you something. Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say
I
this.
think I'm a God within myself. Absolutely.
All right, that's all I want. That's a yes.
Okay.
That's all I wanted.
Okay.
That's all I wanted.
Yeah,
That's
God.
all I
Yeah.
wanted. So by you being a God, by you being a God within yourself, then you have the same godly abilities that they taught in the Quran, that they're taught in the Hebrew scripture and the King James. So we are all gods within ourselves. So how do we take these godly effects to affect other individuals to make them know they're God? Now I know that question might sound like I asked the same thing with the YNs, but I wanted to go a little bit deeper because I like the concept of the way that you think.
Brother, you're not doing.
By you being a God, by you being a God, how do you take your God concept and help me to be? You say you like what I'm saying, and the questions I'm asking is important. How do you take your God concept which is within you and help me be a greater God, so I'll know how to take the God concept which is in me to help you be a greater God, and so on and so forth.
The same way it was given to me. What we doing now, we gonna dialogue, because if my goal is to make you a better God than what you are, then that comes about from conversation, that comes about understanding and misunderstanding, but more importantly, and this is where we have a problem at, listen to learn and not listen to respond and debate. Because if I'm serious about if I'm serious about of giving back to you the way in which you're serious about me helping you, then there cannot be any parameters, is what I'm saying. There can't be any parameters,
Okay,
and
okay,
none of these concepts are different. Whether we're talking about religion, raising a black child, raising a black, all these examples, there cannot be any stipulations. There must be understanding, because what is the saying, OG? What's
okay.
understood doesn't need to be explained. But there
Yes,
cannot be any parameters at all. That's why you remember me telling you, even with handling that young lady with the gun at the gas station. I mean, an excellent story, because it's a true story. De-escalate.
just happened.
Exactly. De-escalate and move on. See, because you
So, all
already
right,
realized that there was going to be if you had stuck around, even though we all know
I would have shot him.
even
I'm
though
not
we
gonna
all
lie, I would have shot him.
even though we all know your intentions would have been well, you know that once you identified what was going on at that gas station and you de-escalated, you also learned during the de-escalation that this is somebody again that can't be saved. Because even if I continue to try to talk to them in a respectful way, it can get ugly. Because guess what, OG? It ain't got nothing to do with your attitude, because you in the de-escalate mode. It has everything to do with their attitude. See, so their attitude has put up that parameter that I just told you. We don't need that in learning about religion and learning about a God. Parameters is the
Like
word.
this guy, like this guy, Wavy. Where you get it from? I like this guy. I got another question though. You keep using identification word. You keep saying the word black. I don't consider myself to be black. I am human. Hue means of color, and I am a man. So if we call everybody black, where is black land at? Because can you tell me what I mean, we're not going to use the white man science. I don't like that DNA stuff because that's a white man who's telling me that I came from this, that, and the third. I ain't got no nigga telling me that.
Right, I understand.
I like the word nigga. I like the word nigga because it makes a lot of sense because even they call them boys in the Bible niggas.
Exactly. That's true, brother. Absolutely.
So you got to think about.
You know what, brother?
You
know what, brother? Elder, with all due respect, at 63 years old, that same example you just gave me is what I've been working on because a couple of other elders have been schooling me on that. Exactly the way you broke it down with the word UHEHUE, and then
It's froze. I'm froze. Wavy, I'm froze.
Nah, nah, it ain't you. I think it's Uncle Malik.
Oh, I'm on him now, G.
Think Uncle.
You know, I'm gonna take him where I'm
I think
going.
you made Uncle Malik phone die. All right, hold
we
on. We
are.
got Uncle
Who that
Malik
over there?
back. We got Uncle Malik back. Everybody like and subscribe.
Okay.
can you hear me? Yeah, but
Uh,
yeah. So actually, the reason why I'm not going to be able to answer that question because I'm actually working on that, brother. And thank you for bringing it up because it shows me how important I need to emphasize on getting into the you man and like you said, the meaning of it versus the black, which is really doesn't identify us as a people. So thank you for that,
Right,
brother, because not only are you
the reason
helping.
I brought that up, the reason I brought that up is because you have what we'll say the white person, the white man, but you got a white man that can say he from Ireland, I'm from Europe, I'm from Germany. We all say we from black. Where black land at? I
Right.
want to be able to say, nigga, I'm from. That's why I like case in point, this is real talk. I'm at the hospital with my wife. Like I said, she had a major surgery. The chick came in there, and I was listening to her. I was like, "Man, where you from?" She's like, "I'm from Dominican Republic." Then I asked the other chick, "Where you from?" She's like, "Oh, I'm from Guana." I asked the other chick, "Where you from?" She's like, "I'm from Tanzania." She's like, "You're black." I was like, "Where black land at?" I don't know where the black land at.
And what was her answer?
The same answer I just gave you. Where the black land at? Where black at?
Got you.
We
And
been from look, we went from Negroes to colored people to black to Afro Americans. Where the fuck them places at? They
brother,
ain't got them on no map. I
brother,
ain't never seen no map with that on there.
brother Sankofa, I'm telling you, brother, you teaching now because I have some elders and even some younger than me. I mean, they literally break it down to me what you doing. Well, we started with this name, we started with that name, we started this name. We respond to the name that white folks. So thank you for bringing it up, brother.
You know they change our name every 20 years.
Right.
Next year we probably gonna be just Americans. They change it every 20 years.
I promise you, Elder, I'm telling you. I am working on that to this day because I'm always dialoguing somebody. And let me tell you something else that's important just overall in life. Never feel that you too old to learn and never feel that somebody is younger than you can't teach you something. These are all myths.
I ain't never felt like
I'm not saying no. I'm talking in general, brother. That's not. I'm just throwing this out there because Yeah, I'm just throwing this out there because
I'm learning from you. I'm learning from you. That's why I wanted to link because I was listening
and
the cut.
But what I'm telling you
that's
is,
why I said, hey, wait, drop the link. I want to talk to the brother.
What I'm telling you, what I'm telling you is the reason why I keep bringing that up is because all of that is important in building up a relationship with, like you said, these YNs. All of this that you're saying, man, it's a bunch of ingredients where we make that good old country stew. All of that plays into it.
Or some gumbo.
Yeah,
or some gumbo.
Everything that you're saying plays into it. That's why, like I said, I'm not talking to anyone in particular. I just also want the listening audience to know, based on what we're talking about and based on how we're dialoguing, never feel like you're too old and so much of an OG that you can't listen to these youngsters, because I'm going to tell y'all again, one of the biggest problems that they have is trust. That's why you keep hearing me say, You build once they trust you and you trust them, it's a wrap. Go right ahead, nephew. Go right ahead, please.
The biggest problem with these young
Nah, you good, OG.
the biggest problem with these young people is they ain't had no belt put to their ass. That's the problem.
Hey,
Who? I like what
you
he
gotta
said. Put that belt to
cut your
their ass.
mic up.
Oh
Rod,
yeah,
Cut your mic up.
wait. Who is
mic
that,
up.
nephew? Who is
That's
that?
Uncle Jose. Uncle Jose, what's
Uncle
good?
Jose.
Cut your mic
Oh
up a little
yeah.
bit.
Oh yeah. See, hey, it's nice meeting you, brother. But by the way, I haven't brought it up because we ain't talk about it. But let me tell you something, brother. I'm from the old school, Elder Jose. I'm from an ass whooping family. Even to this day. See, I whoop my kids' ass except for my daughter.
AG ball, I gotta bounce out. I gotta bounce out real quick. I'll try to come back in. I gotta bounce out.
Hey, but wait a minute. Before you go, he does have the information where you can reach out to me on Facebook, right?
Uncle Shaka, check your Facebook.
Yeah, I got it. I see it up on top of my phone. I got you. I got him.
You got me?
I gotta
And then
bounce
what
out.
we'll do, we'll build up to the point we can talk on the phone, brother, because I'm a person, I'm a man of the people. So yeah, as long as you got
All
me,
love,
send me
my
a
Lord.
Facebook.
All love, my Lord. I want to stay. I'm gonna come back. If y'all still on here in about 10, 15 minutes, I'm gonna come right back. All love.
Right, Uncle Shaka.
All love.
Hey,
All right, I'll be
Uncle Jose.
right on.
Uncle Jose,
Yes,
say something real quick.
You hear
Go
me?
ahead.
You hear me?
Can you cut your mic up?
I'm talking.
Yeah, because I can barely hear him too, nephew.
Hold on.
You got a Bluetooth in?
So, yep, that's what it sounds like. Exactly.
You hear me now? You hear me better now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm saying our brother Uncle Malik is very diplomatic, but he needs to say them young girls and them young boys need to take your leather belt off and start to whip their ass. That's what they need. They don't want to hear "I love you." They don't want to hear that. You got to whip their ass first. That's what they understand.
What I'm trying to. And what I'm saying is, I didn't bring that up because this was a question and answer thing. And what I'm telling you is, I agree 100% because I'm an old school West Oakland OG, and we come from ass whoopings. Exactly what you're saying. So I don't want you to think that I'm ignorant to it. It's just that it wasn't brought up, and I didn't bring it up because it's a question thing. But absolutely,
That's why Wavy happy.
Remember.
That's why Wavy happy here because
If
he
you
had some ass whippings back in the day, them Houston ass whippings. That's why he have respect for adults now. He has some ass whippings.
Absolutely.
Me too.
And let me go a little deeper into it, bro. And as I got older, especially when I became a father and a husband, coming out of college, and you have those times where you reflect. Not only are you correct, brother, but there are many a times that even to my children when they were coming up, although they're grown and husband and wives and all that now, that I reflected back, Jose, and realized that I end up being thankful. I end up being thankful for all those ass whoopings that I got at times when I was reflecting to why I'm in this position while I'm doing okay. And I thought my parents and all that, the village and community was the meanest people in the world. We getting these ass whoopings for everything we do. But you're absolutely right, brother. Ass whoopings is what saved me from getting in any trouble in West Oakland. Because when I was coming up, not only was it your parents whooping your ass, your neighbors and the grocery store owner, the lady that owned the cleaners that know your family. If you cut up in front of the cleaner, she'd whoop your ass too. So absolutely, brother. We're not gonna minimize that, but let's take it a little further. See, black folks, here we go. We bought into that 1-800 child abuse. Remember that, brother? That white folks started, and then we became afraid to distance our children with them ass whoopings that you talking about.
I was born in 1994. So when we talk about, I think my generation are probably, I can't say a year younger or a year 2 years younger, but 1994. After that, I feel like parents stopped whooping their kids, and yes, in the middle of the 2000s, it became a law, and parents started going to jail.
Case closed. There you go.
See, and another problem is all of these women, black, white, green, or yellow, sleeping with all these men, and you have 5 baby daddies, and none of them is in the home. So when the young girl now is having a problem, or she's born now, you the mother don't know how to deal with it. You're jealous of your daughter. So you're going to put your daughter out to the wolves, and the wolves going to eat up your daughter because they have no father to say, listen, you sit your behind down with your raggedy so-and-so, and let me talk to my daughter about what happened if she go out there. I blame the parents, because in our generation, the parents took responsibility. If you did anything wrong, they called your parents sat down, bow, backslap, bow, another backslap. Kick to the
Brother
chest.
Jose.
All of that was happening back in the day. All of that.
Elder Jose, let me tell you something, how serious I am. My mother's mother, they called her the commissioner because she had all these grandkids. Because my mother and father, is 10 of us alone. I'm not even counting my cousins from my aunties and uncles. But a long story short, to show you how much of a difference it made, my grandmother whooped my ass in front of my 5th grade class with my underwear all the way down to my ankles, because I would do my work, nephew, turned it in and take over the class, doing the Three Stooges and all of that. And she got tired of them notes coming home to my parents. And so to keep my parents from having to take off work, that's something my grandmother would do. And when I tell y'all, brother, she actually caught me in action on the desk, doing the Three Stooges and One Snappy Tomato and all that. My grandmother whooped my ass in the 5th grade, and I never told a joke for the rest of my school career through junior high and high school either, because of an ass whooping. Absolutely. But thank you, nephew, for giving us the dates of, because I knew as an educator, I remember how even the laws start changing in school when you would get them emails from the principal. And that's why I said, Brother Jose, it started with that 1-800 child abuse, and black folks bought into it. Like you said, these black mothers, and you see the result of it.
I remember in I think 2005, 2004 or 2005. I want to say 2004. That was the last year school stopped whooping kids. I want to say 2004.
Okay, then. Well, you know, I ain't lying there, nephew. Exactly. We start getting them little memos, brother, Elder Jose, and then we start getting them emails, man. And you can just see, because watch this, though. If you remember, brother Jose, because I do believe both of us are older than Sean. If you remember, even the principal could pedal you with them paddles that had the holes in them. Oh, you do remember that, nephew? So you remember? So you caught the tail end of that.
2004.
You caught the tail end of that,
hold up. This the last year. In 2004,
okay,
me
then.
and my homie was my homie had walked up on me, and the principal had grabbed both of us. It was wild. It was like he coming from somewhere, me and him walking to our class, the principal grabbed both of us. Once we get into the office, I tell my story. He let me go, but he told me to go sit back in the little middle room. Man, he bring my homeboy up in there. Man, my homeboy started talking. Man, he whooped my homeboy out, and that paddle. Because when he was talking, he had the paddle on the desk when I was talking to him. If I would have said the wrong thing, that would have been me. I never experienced it. But what I would say was that was 2004, and after that, it wasn't no more paddles in schools after that.
Yeah, and here's another thing. When your grandmama, here's another thing though, Uncle Malik. When your grandmama is 45 years old and your mama's 21, we ain't got no real grandmamas again. People, great grandmama is 75.
Oh my God, nephew, brother Elder Sean, I promise you, I literally posted about that on Facebook the other day. Because my question was, where's all these old school grandmas that me and you are talking about? I literally posted about that the other day because, brother, because you know I give people their credit. You're absolutely right, brother Jose. It's not just the parents. You don't even have that good old grandmama, because the grandmama and the daughter going out partying together, and the kids are out here running wild. Very, very good points, brother Jose. And you talking to a 63-year-old serious elder. I'm from that generation.
Grandma
we got our ass
Grandma
whooped.
is 36. Grandma
That's what I'm talking
36.
about.
She trying to
For
live
real.
her best life.
There you go. That's what I'm
She had a
saying.
kid
Grandma,
when she was
Versus,
16. Her kid had a kid when she was 18. Grandma 36.
that's
Grandma
true.
34. She ready to live her best life.
Brother Jose nailed it with that
and
one.
sometimes,
I just want him to know we didn't talk about it because it was a question.
sometimes,
But don't get me started on it, brother, because I get on my other phone and push a button. I can call a third cousin and they'll tell you where I'm from. We whoop ass. Even today, I tell them on Facebook, we from the ass whooping family. You're gonna get an ass whooping if
here's
anybody in
what's
my
even
family,
crazier.
anybody in my family babysit you, brother Jose, you're gonna get an ass
I
whooping.
know.
They just gonna have to go to jail or whatever
I know.
because that's where we from and that's all we know. So I get it, brother, and I agree with you 100%. You ain't getting no argument
And
out of
guess
me.
what else,
I
Uncle
would be
Malik?
a damn
And
fool.
guess what else, Uncle Malik? The 63-year-old grandmama ain't wrap up in no shawl, in no rocking chair no more. Grandmama 65 out
See,
out there too. She in she mini skirt looking for she little man too.
Watch this. Sean, he didn't ran me off the show. I'm getting ready to
Grandmama
go,
is not
man.
the same like they used to be. 65-year-olds ain't
I'm
different
finna
now.
See, Sean done took over the show, and now I'm getting mad because he throwing bombs. Because guess what, brother Sean? I'm single, right? I had met this sister. I'm telling you, brother Jose, you are nailing it. Listen, I met a sister, a great grandmother, 68 years old, nephew. I took her out. You know, I'm the man. I took her out, first date, everything was cool. She said, well, the second date is on me. I took her out on a Saturday. We was making plans in the middle of the week for her turn
The what?
to take. She called me and she said, "I know what I want to do for the second date." Are you listening to this, nephew?
I'll be listening to you.
68 years old, 68 years old, great grandma. And I want Jose to see that I ain't kissing up to him. I'm giving the brother credit because we don't like to do that. That woman told me she wanted to go somewhere and drop it like it was hot.
What's the problem, Uncle?
What's the problem,
Uncle?
No, because you said 63. That's why I stopped you, and I'm being funny, but I said I'm gonna get off the phone because you keep nailing it, man. I just so happen to have an example of 68. In other words, I'm telling the people you're not lying. Because this 68-year-old great grandmother told me her second date was she wanted to go drop it like it's hot. And I'm like, wait a minute. I got damn near 30-year-old grandchildren.
Never.
What the hell is you talking about? Drop it like it's hot.
Never.
I said, ma'am, I said, ma'am, I don't roll like that no more. Cause she said, brother Jose, she said, you know, where they go and you know, you hang out. I said, I don't hang out at smoky bars and all that. My only point is I wanted the people to know that even though we talked about the 36 and 46-year-old grandmothers and you batting 1,000 of that, I just want the people to know that you're not just talking, not that you asked for an amen, because then you took it to the 63-year-old grandmother and I had to stop you because this lady was 68 years old. And by the way, you guys, yeah, I didn't pay really a lot of attention, but I did notice, nephew, during that conversation, how she was dressed on the first date. Because brother Jose, like you said, she had on these tight clothes and all that. Now keep in mind now, we're talking about a 68-year-old grandmother. I swear on my parents and my daughter, I'm telling y'all.
I ain't mad at you though. I ain't mad at you. I'm only mad.
No.
At you because
You might be mad.
bro.
You might be mad at me because I left my ass alone. We never went on that second date.
I'm only mad because you said no.
Huh?
I'm only mad because you said no. I'm only mad because
I'm sorry, I don't understand, nephew.
I'm only mad because you said no.
I'm sorry.
I'm only mad because you said
no. I left that alone because I'm not compromising. That's not part of who I am. That doesn't represent who I am. If that's what she does, and those are the kind of man she's used to dealing with, what did I say earlier, nephew? Some people you just have to leave them alone. I enjoyed the first date. Thank you for your time. She says, oh, no, we good. Because even if we had a change where we were going, she still has that mindset, as you and nephew are
He was
saying,
moving
like a
too fast.
36 and
I would have
46-year-old
caught the
grandmother.
Lambo. It
I
was
don't want no
moving
part of that.
too fast. I would have caught the Rari. It was moving too fast. I would have caught the Lambo. It was moving too fast.
Yes, she did. She said she wanted to go drop it like it was hot, and she was serious as a heart attack. So it just got my attention, brother, when you said that, because a lot of people don't believe that this is some of the behavior that we are displaying out here, because even though we see it, we have too many of our people that are in denial. And these are issues that we need to talk about. That's why even simple bills like this are so powerful, because they're full of information and they make people think, I hope, and share those stories and keep it
All
real.
right. I
That's
got
why
a scenario. All right. Both of y'all, Uncle Malik and Uncle Jose, y'all both riding with two of y'all homies. So it's you, and two of your homies. Y'all in the car, right? Y'all in the car. Now, y'all get pulled. Y'all get pulled over. Y'all get pulled over. Your homeboy, y'all don't know, he got some dope on him. So when the officer walk up, he shoot the officer. Pop, officer, man down. He take off. Y'all in the car. I know the other homie telling them where to go. I know y'all probably like, let me out of the car. Long story short, y'all get pulled over. Now y'all on the news. Now y'all on the main headlining. Y'all are breaking news. 3 black males. One of them killed an officer. And then they went on a high-speed chase. What are y'all doing? Now, y'all know the driver is not y'all. The driver is your homie. You've been knowing him for a minute. Now, he picked you up, Uncle Jose and Uncle Malik. He picked y'all up. And the driver is saying the driver is saying he ain't do it. They when y'all got pulled over, y'all went on the run. So they don't know who the driver is. They trying to get the damn dead man body cam. Y'all go to court. What y'all doing? Cause y'all know what happened to a rat. Y'all know what happened to a stitch. This ain't new. Y'all know what happened to a rat. You can't go to no jail. You can't go to no regular yard. You got to be in a solo man cell for your whole time, because if you get some time. That's if so we know rats is not, that's not wise to be a rat. But I
Right.
give you brothers, you actually had some hard time in jail being a rat. But I give you brothers the floor. What are y'all doing in that scenario? Are you pointing the finger? Are you riding it out and taking it to trial?
I'm telling, because I did not commit no crime, so I'm telling. I'm not nobody partner in crime. Give me some cheese and call me a rat. I'm telling. And Malik better tell too. Me and Malik.
He's already answering me. I ain't going to jail for nobody. I'm as old school as they come. I'm not going to jail for nobody.
Now,
Wait. I got grown sons to tell you, I taught them that coming up as teenagers, because we weren't allowed to get in trouble when I was coming up, and it was 10 of us, because my parents was adamant. They ain't coming to visit nobody. They ain't collecting no phone call. They ain't putting a house up. Brother Jose, you have spoke for me, even though you don't know me. I guess it's because we in the same generation. I ain't going to jail for nobody. And I deal with the consequences as they come. Now that's my answer, and I'm sticking to it.
I like that. And I actually go ahead.
Not to be fair, if I was involved in the crime willingly, that's a different scenario.
Absolutely.
Right. Now, if we out there
and you know what, Jose?
My brother get caught.
And I'm glad you said that, because
We're going down together.
I'm glad you said that, brother Jose. I'm glad you said that, Jose, because even that's another example, and we need to cover that because I'm the same way. If I was involved in the crime, nephew, and listening to the audience, I'm taking mine on the chin. I'm a man up. But the example that you gave, I'm not going to jail for nobody.
They won't. It's like
I'm not going to jail for nobody. Period. For a crime I did not commit. I'm not doing it.
Right.
I sing like a fucking small hummingbird if I have to, because remember now, my conscience is clear, and I'm like Brother Jose. I'm not going to jail for nobody. So I hope that answers your question, and I hope I made it very clear.
One more scenario.
And that's not snitching, by the way, huh? That's not snitching, by the way, huh?
Say it again.
That's not snitching if you're not involved in the crime. You have to be involved.
Yeah,
in the crime.
That's right.
It can't be. It can't be. All right, so this is my next scenario. This is my last one. All right.
Good questions, nephew. Good questions, man. Good feed. Thank you.
You're gonna like this one. You probably got to think about this. This the one. This the one that's gonna steal the show. Okay, Uncle Jose, Uncle Malik. You got a big brother. He's killed by this particular gang. You got a cousin. When you was a kid, he was killed by this. You 14 years old. Let's say this. You 14 years old. You got a big brother, Uncle Jose, Uncle Malik, you 14 years old. You got a big brother that's 17 years old. He gets killed by a gang. You got a big cousin when you was like 7 years old, got killed by this same gang. And they rapping about it. They rapping about, you know what I'm saying, actually your family. You know what I'm saying? And your homeboys, people you grew up with, went to school with. You have a homeboy. Now you in your 20s. You got a homeboy gets killed by this gang. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, from 14 all the way to 20, you losing homeboys getting killed by this particular gang, and they rapping about it. Okay. When you get to 20 and you seeing everybody around you dying,
okay,
what is your next move? Do you jump in the streets and start playing ball, or you just wait to get picked off?
Get out of the scenario and let the police handle that one if you're not in the gang. If you're not in the gang, leave the gang life alone. If you're not repping no colors, get up out of there and let the police handle that. Because as a civilian, you have a right not to get involved in all that madness. If you blooded and crippling and all that madness, that's a different story. I'm not advocating gang violence. But if you're a gang member, you're a gang member. If you're a civilian, there's no moral code that says I have to avenge a gang member. I'm not in that. I could call the police and say, yo, they shot my cousin. And nobody can tell me different. Now, if you're in the gang life, it might go a different way for you. But I'm allowed to call the police as a civilian. I don't have to get involved and be no gangster. Because as the brother said, I'm too old and too pretty to be in jail with them type of animals. I'm not doing that.
Go ahead, Uncle Malik.
I guess this must be a generational thing because I agree because what you're doing, you're opening yourself to be part of gang activity now because you went. I guess what you would call it, nephew, and correct me if I'm wrong, Elder Jose. It's like you want to become a vigilante, and when you want to become a vigilante to avenge that, you opening yourself to be a part of it. So I agree with brother. Jose, if I'm not an official member of that gang, then let the police do what they got to do. Now, hold on. Now, if any one of those folks are around me in an innocent situation, I mean, like we at the same place, and like Brother Jose say, I know that they may have done it. I may say something to them about it because just like Brother Jose, I'm calling the police too. See, I'm telling. But if I have to get involved because we at the same place at the same time.
Yeah, remember, y'all are y'all 20-year-old selves. Y'all not how y'all, you can't think how you thinking right now. saying when you was 20.
I get that, but I'm not gonna fuck up the rest of my life, man, because I'm 20 years old. That's the fallback. See, it don't. At the end of the day, it don't make no difference that I'm 20, because if I get involved in that and either lose my life or go to prison till I'm 50 or 60 or 70 years old, I ain't lived no life anyway. Was it really worth it? And we got our elder back on the phone who has let us know he's done prison time, and he could tell us what that's all about.
Let me narrow.
Hold on.
Let me narrow it down
I
real
get what
quick.
you.
Hold on. Let me narrow it down, Uncle Malik, because I see a lot of wiggling. Let me narrow it down real quick. Let's say all right, hold up. Let's say it's you and 9 of your homeboys.
He got me.
Let's say it's you and 9 of your homeboys. Y'all all got a clique, not a gang, just a clique. Y'all grew up together. All right, Uncle Jose, you listening? You and 9 of your homeboys, y'all got a clique. Y'all all 20, but you 20 years old. But all 9 of your homeboys is dead. And they all died from this other particular clique. And the other clique is making songs about it. Now, all 9 of you 20 years old now, all 9 of your homeboys is dead. All 9 of your so you next up.
Are you trying to say something about Chicago?
Hold up. This the question. What is your next move? Now, Uncle Jose, it sounded like you were saying it earlier, move away. That's what you were trying to say, move away from there? What is y'all next move? That's my question.
Well, you're saying in my 20s. I didn't hold on. I know you do. That's why I'm going first to get out the way, because I know you got the answer, Elder. That's why I said that, because you can speak from experience. We all don't know everything. This happened to be something that you know. Now, when you're looking at me, I didn't get the 20-year-old aspect. And thank you for pointing it out, nephew, because I'm thinking old school. Now, at 20 years old, the way that example you just gave me, in my 20s, that might be a whole nother example. I don't know. I might go life for life.
All right,
that's
Uncle
it.
Jose, with that scenario, all 9 of your homeboys is dead. Like you next to get picked out. You just gonna stay there, and are you gonna jump in the field? Or what you gonna do?
I think at 20 years old, it probably would have went another way too. I might be going that way.
I see. Yeah. That's a fact. Yeah. See, I didn't get the age thing. But I'm waiting to hear elder disciple, my elder Sankofa there, because he got the experience. Go right ahead, and I want to hear this.
This the honest to God truth. At 20 years old, it's 3 of us to click. No, it's 4 of us to click. They got one, they got another one, then they got another one. It's me left. Did I leave? No. Which was stupid. I ended up getting convicted for 120 years because I went and got the niggas that got them. Luckily, fate was on my side, so I only did 26 years.
Wow.
I went and got them because I wasn't going to let them get me first. I didn't want to go nowhere. I still wanted to be here.
That's that warrior spirit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, when you said 20, yeah, that's why I said that's a whole different story. I didn't get and it seems like all 3 of us elders are on the same page, because in all honesty, again, I didn't get the 20-year the age aspect. Now, when you gave me the age aspect, I'm just like Jose and Elder Sankofa here. Oh yeah, that's a whole different conversation.
It's not a whole different conversation, God. It's not a whole different conversation. I realized that I was the next on the chopping block. So before they can chop me off, I went and chopped them off. And it's documented.
Well, let me ask you something because of something you said, because you said something about moving. You didn't move and it was stupid. You think it was stupid because if you had to move, you wouldn't have went and got them and ended up in prison? Because that's the way I'm taking it. And correct me if I'm wrong. That's what it sounds like.
No, I think it was stupid because I had the rationality and the mindset to tell all of us to move at one time and move away before they start getting dropped off. And then when they start getting dropped off, I knew once they got my man Bushwick, I knew I was the next man up. This documented. Illinois versus Chalker D.O. Kelly. It's documented. It's in the records. It's called.
So in other words, your story matches what nephew has presented to us. You're saying that, like me and Jose are saying, you saying you could have done some things differently even before it got to that point.
But I thought about it from a street aspect. I thought about it from this aspect.
This brother keeping it real, man. That's what you do when you got to keep it real.
I could have got
Yeah,
all
you
of us.
gotta
I
keep.
could have
That's
got
why.
all of us out that situation. We had the money. We young. You got to think about it. I'm 20 years old. I'm pushing 60. Think about it. 30 years ago,
Right.
we had money. You know what? Back then. Okay, our industry was a drug industry. We had the money. We could have dissipated.
I
We could have
understand.
got real little.
I understand.
But when they start getting popped off,
And see,
and where I'm from, see, I'm from a place in Chicago called the Wild Wild. They call it the Wild Wild for real, still to this day, because of
right.
the way it's set up. When they start popping my man off, this us, this just us. We now for
You
real now.
came at the wrong time, Noel. Noel, you came at the wrong time.
Yeah,
Uncle Shaka, you didn't let that. Did you see that,
I
Uncle
didn't let
Malik?
none out. You let them Edomites on here. You know I don't like them Edomites.
Man, you the one that's all right. All right, my mind messed up. What was we at? All right, so we all agree. That was bad. That was bad. I'm sorry.
Here, man. It's time to get these boys lined up. I run this rites of passage over here. What you got left for me before I get out of here?
Yeah. That was bad. All right, Uncle Shaka,
Just
you
put
got
me
any
into. Hey,
last
look,
words?
wait,
You got any
wait.
last words for Uncle
I'm gonna
Malik,
catch
Uncle
him. I'm
Shaka?
gonna catch him. Look, real quick. I got the information for the brother Malik, so I'm gonna try to link up with him. Maybe me and him come back and do a show on your channel together. You know, like I said,
Absolutely.
my baby, she you can't see her. I don't want to turn the camera around, but I literally
Hey,
picked up from the hospital today. She had major surgery, so she over here laid out. I just jumped back on because I didn't want y'all to feel as if though I was like dropping off or not standing tuned with the
yeah.
conversation.
Let me leave you with this since I gotta go, man. First of all, man, I commend you for doing what you're supposed to do for your woman and your wife. Take care of them first and foremost. And whether you got to jump on or off and come back or never come back, I want to commend you for that, brother, because that's what it's all about.
Salute,
You take care of those that take care of you.
salute.
And again, thank you. I want to give our nephew some credit again because the brother stayed in my box. He stayed in my box, and I want him to read that message when he get off because I did respond to him because you have to acknowledge these youngsters, and I'm really, really big on that. OG Jose and Sankofa. I like to give these youngsters like brother, my nephew here, his credit. He's always dropping links in my box, wanting me to come on, and I want to tell him again in front of all of you, I appreciate him doing that because when a person is dropping links in your box, even if it's something negative, if a person is thinking about you and it's something negative, if a person is talking about you as something negative, I want y'all to remember this. It's still all good because in order for them to talk about you, even negative, they thinking about you. And we call it free rent in their head, and ain't nothing wrong with that if it's a negative thing. So thank you, nephew, for having me. You know, if I'm available, man, if the timing is right, any of you can come back to me any way that I can help you because I'm a revolutionary, man. I'm about my people, but my focus again is on these youngsters, man. Every day, that's why I got to get out of here now because we got study
Before
hour,
you
even though they out of school.
before you leave, my God, salute to you, man. I'm gonna reach out to you. Salute to you. I applaud Wavy. I ain't been on Wavy channel in a minute. I'm a big supporter of it, but I ain't been on this channel for a minute. But I salute you. I take your words to heart, man. You a guy I can deal with. Way my mindset work, the way your mindset work, the way his mindset work. Maybe we can do some mindset stuff. So salute to you, but keep that
Stop.
goddamn girl off of
That's
his short her titties, them nigga
that.
titties. She just show.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant when I said brotherhood building. And guess what, brother? If we had just one or two more at a time of shows like this, where you can get on brothers that don't know each other from all walks of life, everybody sharing their experience, everybody sharing their knowledge, that falls under these cliches that we like to say, brothers and sisters, but we don't use
I'd
them.
rather have three. I'd
Everybody
rather have
on
three
here,
good minds than
everybody,
3,000 acres.
everybody,
I'd rather have three good
yeah,
minds than
everybody on
3,000 acres.
here. Yeah, everybody on here did learn something from somebody. Well, at least let me take that. I have from each one of you. And I just simply want to leave you with this. That's what we mean, brothers and sisters, when we say each one, teach one to reach one. That's what we mean, brothers and sisters, when we say, want for your brother and your sister that in which you want for yourself, and always be your brother and your sister keeper. Because I don't know which one of you it was that said this earlier on the line. You get a lot more with your hand open and your fist and your fingers and thumb expanded than you do being selfish and making an unnecessary fail.
Hey,
On the behalf of the street law soldiers, the Black Beret Liberation Movement, all of my leaders, teachers, and guides of the past, the late Dr. Honorable Dr. Yusuf, Dr. Newton, Dr. Khalid, Minister Farrakhan, the teachers of the Nation of Islam, my life experiences, even from these youngsters. Thank you, Sean, man. And I want to continue to encourage you with the future, with what you're doing on the side, with your modeling, your music, and all that. And keep these shows going, because you went back and showed the people 10 months ago when I met you that Umar Johnson has not done anything different, and everything that I taught you, and I appreciate you admitting that, has come to fruition. And I'm gonna say it one more time in case we have. And don't get me wrong, his knowledge and all that is fine. If you wanna look at him for him speaking and all of that, I have no problem with that. But brothers and sisters, man, leave the school thing alone. And you don't have to believe me. I didn't bring it up. Sean did. And that wasn't good enough for him bringing it up. He went back and pulled up a video 2 months short of a year ago. And in January, it's been 7 years that Umar bought those buildings. And the only thing he has done to fool the people is do what Elder Sankofa agreed to. He took old paint and pulled it and painted over old mold. And the ground is saturated. The outside of the buildings are saturated. And the inside is even worse, because they're sitting. There's no functioning air. There's no air moving around. So brothers and sisters, give your money to him. Do whatever you want. I'm just telling you, don't do it under the guise of buildings that was already standing. I'm a licensed retired contractor. Stop allowing Umar to tell you that he's built school. You can't build buildings. You can't build dilapidated buildings that were already standing. And I'm going to leave you with this, Sean, for you to carry on to your show, because I know you talk about everything at any given hour on your show, and that's good. This is the last thing I'm going to leave you with you about Umar. Brothers and sisters, you don't have to argue. You don't have to fuss. You don't have to debate, unless that's just what you into. Bullshit, drag, gossip, being messy. All you have to do is go to the City of Wilmington, Delaware website, pull up the address, and you don't have to worry about all of this. I had an inspection. The inspector hated on me. Whatever has been done to those buildings legally, it has to be on city records. So if you're believing Umar because it's coming out of his mouth, that is the decision that you just decided to make. But if you really want to cut to the chase, it's all public record. If he's applied for inspection, the city records is going to let you know. If any contractor that came there and signed off on anything, the city records are going to let you know. But guess what? You don't even have to go and pull up the records for permits, a fake inspection, go to the vacant property listing. If those bandos, which I know they are still sitting on the vacant property list as they were when he purchased them 7.5 years ago, it makes nothing else makes absolutely any different because functioning legal businesses do not appear on vacant property city listing. I hope you understand, nephew. If you want to argue, fuss, and debate about anything with Umar, you're only doing that because that's what you want to do. Because you don't have to talk to nobody. The same internet you use to do anything else, go to the city of Wilmington, Delaware, put in the address, start with vacant properties listing. If those bandos, which I assure you they are, remain on the list, you've been fooled, hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, con, fraud, and scam. Take it out as a loss. Peace, love, and light to each and every one of you. May the blessings of your God continue. May your God continue to bestow blessings upon you and you all's family. And remember, brothers and sisters, we are building here. Each one teach one to reach one. Want for your brother and sister that in which you want for yourself. Practice what you preach. And I guarantee you, when you build up the trust of those youth, they will put their lives in your hand, come to your home, and you show them how to move. And I guarantee you, in about 2 or 3 months' time, they'll be different than the young black boys that came into your home, came into your life. Sean, nephew, I love you, man. I
Appreciate you
appreciate
for the
you,
work.
and I'm honored that out of all the people that you thought about, you continue to think about Uncle, and I appreciate that because you didn't have to do it. Brother Jose, my elder, and brother Sankofa, my elder. Thank you all, man, for your contribution to this feed. I learned something from each and every one of you, and I'm getting off this feed, taking that information with me. If you want to catch me, Sean, it's okay to drop my name. You can reach out to me on Facebook. I will respond, and we can go from there. Each one teach one to reach one. Love my brothers and sisters as I love myself and my children. Brother Malik, I'm
All
out.
right, Uncle Malik, take it easy. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Jesus Lover, hit the link. Uncle Chucky, hit the link. Let me say this real quick. Noel, I thought we was friends. You ain't never did nothing like that before. I thought we was partners. We holding it down. We having good conversations. You fuck with Uncle Silky. You fuck with Uncle Harold. You fuck with Jesse. You ain't never came on here like that, gang. Just cause I say come back in 2 hours when it's gonna be gang, you do that? Noel, I'm highly disappointed in you. I'm highly disappointed in you, Noel. Highly disappointed. I don't know what were you thinking today. It's not that. Come on, we build about life, religion. Come on, Noel. I'm highly disappointed in you. Highly disappointed in you. That was not cool. I'm highly disappointed in you. All right, so yeah, man, the show goes on. Let's get the Jesus Lover get up in here. Let me call Marcus, because Marcus talking about some goddamn. Hold up. Jesus Lover, come on. I got Marcus on. Come on. Goddamn call this goddamn Gato. Goddamn Gato. Gato just get up here, Gato. I got the Christians. I got the Christians up here. Come on. Oh no, brother. Don't do. All right, Jesus Lover. It look like he's seen you coming and he running, brother. Jesus Lover. Look like he's seen you coming and he's running, brother. Man, click the link. I got the Christians on here. They say you've been lying. Your credibility is on the line, brother. Click the link. That's how we handle that. That's how we handle that. That's how we handle that. Nah, Jesus lover, you gotta get up in here. Cause you know Marcus about to come up in here with his Quran, and he about to slay the goddamn Bible. So you gotta get in here, Jesus lover. Hey Jack, I don't know what you got going on, Jack, but you need to relax, Jack. Relax, Jack. Come on, try it out. Click that goddamn link. Cause you know Mark is on the way. I hit him with some pressure, so he gotta come. You know what I'm saying? I hit him with some pressure. Yeah, and when he get on here, you better call him a runner. You better do all with everything you saying up in the chat. Mark is a professional runner, all of that. You gotta say that to his face. You know what I'm saying? You know, Muslims don't back down. You know what I'm saying? Muslims gonna get in that blender with you. You know what I'm saying? And calmly, you know what I'm saying? Muslim ain't gonna get off his rocker. Man, where's Jesse at, man? I gotta get Jesse up here, man. Jesse, where's Dawood, man? Goddamn Muslims been praying too much lately. Hold on, I got another Muslim. Hold up. All right, look like the Muslims is running. Look like the Muslims is running. Jesus level, what's goody?
What up, man? What up, man?
Hey, I gotta. I'm calling Jesse. Jesse go answer.
Bro, the Muslims are professional skedaddlers, bro.
Hey, Dawood running.
Bro, that was been running, bro. I don't want to talk to Marcus. Marcus is a professional runner. So that boy runs each time talking about, oh yeah, my internet cap.
Hey, I got a goddamn outstanding Christian on the panel. All you Hebrew Israelite Old Testament only niggas, bring y'all ass up here. What do you goddamn Rastafarian Uncle Chucky? Bring your ass up here. Know what I'm saying? Let's see if that Rastafari shit stand with a real Christian, brother. Jesus lover. Is Haile Selassie the new Christ? Jesus lover. Is Haile Selassie the new Christ, brother? That's what it look like you got on your screen.
That's not Haile Selassie, bro. That's Jesus, brother. Haile Selassie is a human being who said Jesus Christ was Lord. I don't believe he himself is Jesus. I don't believe he's God. To me, that's basically blasphemy.
So come on, man. You gotta get your mind right, Uncle Chuck. You know what I'm saying? All right, so Jesus lover. What about the brothers that believe these black Hebrew Israelite brothers that believe we are in captivity and we are still in we are in Babylon and all this wild shit. How you feel about these goddamn black Hebrew Israelites?
I think those black Hebrew Israelites are just European Zionists, just in black skin. That's the difference. They sound the same, they talk the same. They're basically Zionists, bro. If you look at the Israeli Zionists, how they think, and you compare it to like black Hebrew Israelites, ain't no difference like night and day. They think the same things. They talk the same way, just more with the black people. That's literally about it.
All right. So yeah, man, y'all stop running. Keon, you can get it too. Know what I'm saying? Just because you a Christian, that don't mean you believe the same thing as this Christian. So stop running. Know what I'm saying? Angel, Martin. Where's Sergio? Sergio, you can get the belt. This is Sergio, you might. Sergio, come on, misery been running from you. You know what I'm saying? And your car been running from you. Sergio.
This is good.
You might wanna. All right, Sergio. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. We gonna all right. You know what I'm saying. Let's go and break the ice. Show these people what we working with. Why you is the most disrespectful Muslim killer. Okay, brother. So according to the Bible, according to the Bible, according to the Bible, who? So you have slow people out here like Jose Vega that believe um, Azaret in the Bible is America. Do you believe that, brother?
Brother, I don't believe that. It's um I think it's intellectual vandalism when you read the Bible and try to make it sound like you want to make it sound. I don't know how you can take a Bible that was written 5,000 miles away from the U.S. and try to say that it's
Ah,
talking about the U.S. That makes no sense.
ah,
It's like telling me archaeologists found T-Rex fossil in Africa, and then you tell me, but the T-Rex was originally born in America. That makes no sense. How the hell did the T-Rex cross the freaking Pacific Ocean?
ah,
So it don't make sense. Some of these things they say, I think it's no, I don't agree with that. I think this sound foolish.
ah. This don't make no goddamn sense, man. This goddamn. And then the crazy thing is, he think. Hold up. Let's. He believes. He believes that Israel is America, and the only Israelites are Native Americans and Mexicans.
That sounds delusional. I didn't know Jesus was a Mexican man. So maybe Jesus is gonna be in heaven with a sombrero. I don't know. But people out here tripping. Last time I
I,
checked, Jesus was not black. Last time I checked, Jesus is closer to a black person than he is to a Mexican. If you want to be honest with the skin tone, but that's neither here
misery,
nor there.
misery running from you. Misery running from you. Put it out there like that. Misery is running from you. Jesus lover. All right, so if it's possible, who would be the Israelites today of the Bible? Who would be them today?
I believe, and this is according to what's done in research and what many secular genealogists have proven, that the current Israelites are descendants of. Now, I'm not talking about like some of the obviously the Jews who are in Israel now. Some of them are very European, but also you still got the Jews who look like actual Jews, who are I mean, darker skin, olive skin, who they trace their DNA. And check this out, Sean. I looked this up a few weeks ago. Some secular genealogists went to Israel and traced these guys' DNA to 99.9%. Now let's do something right here. Most people, when you trace your DNA, it's almost impossible for a person to get 99% of one specific
Right,
region.
right.
But these darker skinned Jewish people, like close to the Arab Peninsula, they had 99 to 98% of the descendants of Jewish people from the Bible, which to me, that's why I can't understand when the person says, "Oh no, the original Jews are Mexicans." Like that doesn't make any sense. When you do a DNA test, you don't even see Jewish and some Mexican people. So let's stop the cap. So I think the Bible was written in the middle, and this is my thesis. Why God chose the Middle East for this specific region. If Jesus was born in Washington D.C., white people would claim Jesus as a white man. If he was born in Africa, white people would claim him as an African man. But God put him specifically in the Middle East, in the center, so neither party can claim it. So I think when people try to say, "Oh, Jesus is black and white," I just think this. I don't get into those games. I focus on what Jesus taught and what he did. That's what I focus on. I don't care if he's white, brown, yellow, purple. It don't matter to me. But you got people who honing on these things, and to me, their religion is not necessarily a religion. It's more of a political ideology. So to me, they're basically like Muslims to me. I don't see no difference people like that.
All right. Let me ask you this. How long you lived in Africa?
Till I was a teenager, like almost 13 around there.
Did you ever see sacrifices?
Sacrifices of what? Like animals?
Animals are people.
Um, well, never seen it firsthand, but I grew up in Lagos. In Lagos, there's this tribe, the Yoruba tribes. They will have their festivals and they will sacrifice animals, and you would see them walking around the street with like chicken heads and goat heads and stuff. So I mean, they did that with the traditions, but in my country, it's actually taboo because in my country, it's I think it's about 50 something plus percent Christians and then split with Muslims. So majority of people see that as taboo. So we don't practice that, not in the open at least.
Got you, got you. So voodoo would be taboo in Lagos.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's frowned upon. Like I said, there's certain well, they call it traditional beliefs. Like in my tribe, and I'll just tell you the biggest tribes: the Igbos, the Yorubas, and the Hausas. Right, those are the three major tribes. Those tribes, they have their certain traditional worships and deities, which has been there for thousands and thousands of years. But it's still a small percentage of people who worship. Like for example, the Ifa worships, where a lot of black folks are getting into now, right? And Yoruba worship, all this stuff. Even in Nigeria, you go to the Yoruba land, most Yorubas are either Christians or they're Muslims, majority of them. Then you got the people who do practice Ifa worship and worship of Ogun and all this stuff. But it's a small minority because it is frowned upon. Most Nigerians don't even like that. They see it as taboo. So when people try to say, "Oh, I'm going back to my ancestors," you go back to Nigeria. To most Nigerians, it's taboo. So to me, I think it's hilarious that people run to these things trying to make it seem like, "Oh, I'm connecting with my people," but your people don't even connect with those things. To me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Got you, got you. Do you think it's power in sacrificing people and animals, like the blood of something else?
You said, do I think there's power in it?
Yeah, like do you think it's efficiency or power in that?
Yeah, 100%. Not just with biblical standpoints of what the blood means, but yeah, even spirituality as a whole. Every culture, every people believe there's power in the blood of animals. There's power in the blood of humans. The highest currency, and I don't know how what you think about the spirituality, right? But the highest point is a human sacrifice. This is why most cultures believed in often people, often babies, and sacrificing kids and humans because and it's the high. I mean, once you kill a human, you can't go higher than that technically. So even in the Bible, the highest point in the Torah as well, the highest point in sacrifice is a human being. If you go back to the Old Testament, and when the Israelites were fighting a certain nation in the Torah, uh, the Israelites sacrificed lambs and goats and no lambs and sheep, all this stuff to God. But the king that the Israelites were fighting, he took his firstborn son and slew him, and he splattered his blood on his deity or whatever. And the Bible says once he did that, Israel started losing the battle. So that's to show you that there is power in sacrifice, especially when it comes to human sacrifice. So
Okay.
in a lot
Hey, y'all got a Christian saying this. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I don't want to hear that. Oh nah. Ah, blah, 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 blah. Nah, we don't want to hear none of that. All right, so let me ask you this: in 2012, was 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 in 2012 was traditional uh ways of life, was that tabooed in 2012?
Um, I'll tell you this: as long as I can remember, I'm about to be 29 years old. As long as I can remember, all the times I lived in Nigeria as a kid, my father. Matter of fact, let me give you some details. My father's father was a deep, like he was a priest, like an actual high ranking priest, like a voodoo priest, right? Like no joke. He was well respected. He practiced these things. Even it's in my bloodline, but my grandfather didn't want to do it. My father didn't want to do it, and my grandma as well didn't want to do it. It's all taboo, but they grew up doing these things. So that's a show that it's been generational. It's been there for generations, but it's still taboo. Like there is no, like, especially in my tribe, you're not gonna see. I mean, like I said, people do it, but you're not gonna go to Lagos and stand in the middle of Lagos and like and start sacrificing a human being. They're gonna, bro. You should look at what they do to people in my country. If they catch you with human parts or sacrificing animal parts or whatever, they will offer you, bro. It's no joke in the middle of the street. So they don't like witches. It's like in Nigeria. It's like a Salem witch trial, brother. If they catch you and you're a witch, they're killing you in the midst of everybody. That's the thing. They don't joke around with that stuff. So when all these super liberal people talking about, oh, I'm a witch, go to Africa and say that openly in the market. I promise you, you ain't coming back. Promise you.
Mm.
They don't play about that stuff, man.
All right, so the the main language in Lagos is English.
Yeah, so they speak English. Everybody speaks English. Then the biggest language in Lagos specifically is Yoruba. Yeah, it's Yoruba, and then you can find Igbo, and then like Hausa and stuff like that. But the biggest one everybody speaks is English, broken English. Everyone speaks English, and then Yoruba is right after that.
So they'll be speaking like broken Yoruba English.
No, they speak English. Like you have no issues with. Everyone speaks English, bro. I mean, it might be hard because the accent is different, but they all understand it. They all speak English. Everyone speaks English in Lagos.
Overstood. We gotta you have you ever ran into a pygmy?
Pygmy tribe, yeah, from Guinea.
Nah, they from everywhere.
Yeah, I know who the pygmies are. They're short. They're short people.
Some of them is tall, but most of them is short.
Yeah. I know about them.
You ever ran into them?
Not particularly. Never met one, but I know of them.
Got you. They say they basically like one of the oldest humans on the planet, one of the oldest Homo sapiens on the planet. And if you like look at they like features, you'll be like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like they look like they definitely look like how we maybe how we morphed from. You know what I'm saying? How we evolved from. But all right, so you say Lagos is main language is English. What about Nigeria as a country? Is the main language English in Nigeria as a country?
Yeah, so the national language is English. Everyone speaks English. It's just not, because we were colonized by the British, so they all speak English. But like I said, the biggest languages that you most we have over 800 plus languages, probably close to 1,000 plus. But the major ones you will run into is Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa. Those are the three. But everyone speaks English, and for the most part. And if you go into the rural areas, probably have no luck. But people still speak English in the rural areas, but not as much as like the
How
super.
many just off the top of your head? How many other countries in Africa the main language is English like Nigeria?
Uh, Most of the West, so Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, Togo, um, Benin, Ivory Coast, all these countries on the west side, majority of them speak English because they were all colonized by the same bodies, like England and France,
Right.
so they all can speak English, but maybe you have a harder time because of the accents and like they mix English with like language and stuff. So, but the majority of them speak English, most of them.
How do you look at Africans that leave Africa and go get education in UK?
How do I look at them?
Yeah.
I have a problem with that. I mean, if you're going to go better yourself, it's a good thing. Now, I have a problem with the Africans who come here, exploit the land in the states, take all their money and move back to Nigeria. I don't support that. I feel like if you wanna move to a country, you want to have residency and stuff. You know, be a good citizen. You know what I'm saying? Get your benefit share, but give more to the land than you go back and give. Because a lot of and I can speak on it because I'm Nigerian, right? I've seen it happen a lot. A lot of Nigerians, they come in, they work for 50, 30, 20, 40 years, get all their money, get all the benefits, they sell their house, take all the money, and go back to Africa, right? Like this is not no coming to America this type of moment. I don't believe in that. But I respect coming from an immigrant family. I respect when a person leaves a country to better themselves, and I feel like it's a right that we have. I feel like Africans have that right because first of all, Americans benefited from Africans. The British benefited. The Europeans exploited the African countries to benefit themselves and enrich their own pockets. So why do we have a problem with it when it's reversed? That I don't agree with.
Most definitely. Do Nigeria have any prominent universities like equivalent to a Harvard, equivalent to a Yale?
Yeah, bro. We have a few of them, more than a few. If you look up some in Abuja is like the capital. There's a lot, and a lot of people don't know this as well. When I was growing up, there's a lot of private universities, like how you have like TCU and the rest of them, that are owned by like American companies, so not necessarily Nigerians. You got white people who go there. So, like for example, if I take you to Nigeria right now, I could take you to a university, bro. You wouldn't even know you're in Nigeria because you got Lebanese students there. You got white students from Germany, Italy. You got you know what I'm saying? It's like because it's private, people have to pay more to get into these colleges. So it's more. It's like going to like an Ivy League almost in Nigeria. So of course you I mean just like any other
What
country.
about like so are you saying that the black owned colleges in Nigeria, the African owned colleges in Nigeria are like black uh historical black colleges in America?
Not necessarily, because some of the black people there, the richest black man is Nigerian, and he has university, I believe, in Nigeria as well. So you get like it just depends. It's all down to money, bro. When you have money, you can people who like rich kids and stuff. You're gonna get some diversity, but when you go to like a local university, you're not really gonna get that much diversity because it's more like people who make the same amounts of money. But like private universities and up, yeah, you're gonna see some different races and different people.
Gotcha. Hey Jesse, you there? Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, Rabbi Ladami. Jesse, unmute your mic. Assalamu alaikum, Rabbi Ladami. All right. Look like we caught Jesse during his Fajr prayer. So Jesse is praying right now.
Assalamu alaikum, Aki. Wa alaikum salam, brother. My bad, man. I had to grab a charger real quick. I heard you talking to me. I was grabbing something.
Hey Jesse, Jesus lover, man. He said y'all Muslims been running lately. I called Dawood, he don't answer the phone. Marcus' phone be dying. Jesus lover is saying the Muslims are extinct over here, brother.
I assure you that is not the case. The Muslim brothers are alive and well. We're the strongest, religious brothers on the back of these on these platforms today. Um, you know, I love my boy Jesus Lover. That's my boy in real life, but he ain't got nothing for us, man. There's no smoke to be had. The brother he just needs to come on down to Islam and rock with us, brother. If you can't beat us, you got to join us, and it's been about his time.
Ah,
Astaghfirullah, Habibi.
ah.
See, he already got the lingo down pack. He's halfway in.
Right. Astaghfirullah Habibi.
Astaghfirullah, Habibi. Yeah, man. But yeah, you know where we stand, man. There's only one God of the entire universe. There's no God outside that creator. That God is not a man, not a human being, and we still got the most respect for the Messiah, Jesus. You know, it's quite clear that we are on the path of righteousness.
Jesse, do you believe that the Bible is perfect?
Come on, Sean. Come on. Why he's loading me up to get in a war with this brother, and I'm gonna take the bait every single time. Of course not. Which Bible? Which
Woo!
one are you? Which one are you talking about? We talking about the
Woo!
Ethiopian Bible? We talking about
Ah,
the Dead Sea Scrolls? We
the
talking about the
King
King
James.
James
I
version?
think Christians like the King James version.
You know King James was gay, right?
Ah, Astaghfirullah. BB.
Of course not, brother. We first of all we gotta settle on which Bible is the perfect one, and that's an argument that the Christians are still having today. They'll never figure it out. Allah has sent a final revelation to confirm what is true. They just need to get down or lay down.
Jesus lover.
No, no. All right, boys. I gotta hop off. Cause you know my one wife may cook me some good meal. But before I go,
One wife.
before I go, I gotta. Before I go, I just gotta say that the Muslims are a little bit delusional. I gotta say so. You know, for the non-Muslims, we're gonna be enslaved again by the Muslims because they're gonna try to make us pay jizya and try to
That's
take
right.
our wives and add into their concubines. So
That's
it's
right, brother. And you
it's
got a heavy tax to pay, brother.
it's a interesting religion.
I Jesus lover.
All right, I'll probably swing back around later.
Overstood, boss.
All right, man.
Yep, it looks like we ran that brother out. Yeah, you're
Ah,
asking all the right questions.
so he can't even say the Muslims been running no more because Jesse came up here and Jesse quieted the whole. Hey, all you Christians, all you Bible believers, your book is not perfect. Jesse is in the building. Stop all that. Y'all calm down. You know what I'm saying? Jesse, you remember Noel?
Yep, of course.
Bro, she tripped out. Bro, she tripped out. She flashed while we was on live game.
No,
Jesse, I'm like, we don't even play like that.
no.
We be having regular bills, bro.
Oh, we're
She
gonna have
up.
to run the replay.
No, we ain't running no fucking. Hold
All
up,
right,
hey,
no
look, let
problem,
me
brother.
say
Whenever
this.
you're ready.
Let me say this,
Take
Jesse.
your time.
Hold on, let me say this. Shawty
I
been
got you.
coming on our streams for over 2 years. I'm gonna just be the first to say it, cause Jesse might not know either. I don't know how old Noel is. I don't know.
Wait. Noel, the brother or sister?
The sister, brother. Who you know a Noel, brother?
Man, hold on. Now we talking is Noel.
The,
She's
the
that.
white girl.
That's what I thought. The one who be coming in the platform confused, right?
Bruh.
Don't know where she's at.
Hey Jesse, I told her click the link in 2 hours. Come back. We having a black conference. Man, she up shirt.
No, brother,
I
I,
am
I don't
so
I don't
I
believe
am
this.
so
I'm gonna have to
disappointed in
see it.
you,
I'm gonna have
Noel.
to see. I can't believe something like this would happen. I'm gonna have to see it. I'm gonna have to see visual proof. I know she would not do nothing like that.
Nope. I'm soon as we up live, I'm cutting that out.
No, brother. You gotta
Hold up,
you gotta
Jesse. I'm gonna
seeing
say
is
it
believing.
again. Jesse, let me hold up. Let me say this again. I don't know how old Noel is.
Oh damn.
So
Never mind.
so we've
Never mind.
been we've been streaming, chopping it up with her about religion and regular shit. So I don't know how old Shouty is, but we ain't never was on that type of time. So for you to, I'm disappointed in you, Noel. I'm
We
disappointed in
are
you.
we are
And
all
Jesse is right.
disappointed.
Jesse is
This is
right.
this is
Today
powerful
your ass
bills
came
only.
up here. Today your ass came up here like you ain't know where the fuck you was at. Lost.
Every time she comes up here, she's lost, brother. Like she don't know what brother. She thought this was Girls Gone Wild. This is powerful bills only, baby.
Yeah, this is not girls gone wild. This is not that. All right, Jesse. So for the people that's watching, when you say the Bible is, so they would say the Bible is perfect, and you talking about which Bible? Let's just say the Dead Sea Scrolls. Would you say the Dead Sea Scrolls is perfect?
Of course not. Of course not. I mean, I that I think that's up for debate with some believers, but of course the Dead Sea Scrolls. I don't think that even contains the New Testament. So no, I think it may be better preserved than some of the other scriptures. I respect the fact that the Dead Sea Scrolls has books um, like the I believe the Book of Enoch is in there. I believe there's some scriptures, but to be real, we don't know if if they have added or taken away from the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Hey,
It's all up in the air, man. You know, that's a Christian debate that they got to have amongst themselves as far as what book is perfectly preserved. I'm just on the sidelines on that combo. I'm a we're gonna pull a few Bibles out and let the fire fly, and
ah,
you know, let them choose.
ah.
And I
So,
stand back and let them war against themselves.
is Haile Selassie God?
Of course not. Of course not. Haile Selassie is not a god. He is a man. His family didn't even believe he was God. His son was Muslim.
Are you saying Haile Selassie was a cult leader?
I wouldn't even say that he was a cult leader because I don't really think that Haile Selassie, um, you know, I think from what I understand, this concept of him being God came up after he
Hold up,
died.
brother. Hold up, brother. Hold up. That's where you lying at.
Oh,
That's
I'm
where
wrong
you
on that.
lying
Hey,
at.
hey, I'm not lying. I might be wrong.
Hold up.
Hey, my opinion,
Hold
my
up,
bad.
hold up. Let me give you this story. Bob Marley wife, think her name Rita Marley. She said when Haile Selassie touched down in Jamaica, and you can look this up on YouTube. When Haile Selassie touched down in Jamaica,
It
over
rained.
1,000 people was at the airport
It started raining.
surrounding the jet. She said she was there with Bob Marley. She said he got off the plane, and you know how they got the stairs? You know how they got the
Right,
stairs on the plane?
right.
He said he got off the plane and he waved his hand like this. She said he had a hole in both of his hands.
Uh oh.
Bob Marley wife.
Uh oh. She's seeing things, brother. That's some strong ganja. Right.
She said she was high.
It must have been, brother. Strong
Ah,
ganja. You know, these Rastafari are not to shy away from a good toke. These brothers.
fire up their weed boy.
Uh-huh. They are hallucinating, brother. I don't.
Come on, man. You can't do that to Bob Marley wife, man. She said she seen holes in Haile Selassie hand. Then when you go on the YouTube, you see him at the airlines and 1,000 people bomb rushing the plane. So they thought he was God while he was alive, brother. You gotta add that. You can't miss that.
Right, but he himself never claimed to be God. He never claimed divinity, and from what I understand, he himself worshipped Jesus Christ.
Yep, yep. He said he was the new Christ. Just
Oh, I don't know if he said that. Hey, how you doing? I don't know if he said that, man.
shout out to my black business owners. Shout out to my Latino business owners. Shout out to my Hispanic business owners. Shout out to my African business owners. All right, we got Manasseh in the building. Sergio, I think Sergio down with the Quran. I think Sergio read the Quran. Sergio,
Yeah, Shalom.
It's about time.
Shalom.
It's about time they put a Quran in that brother Sergio's hand. That
Tell
brother.
him, Sergio. You fuck with the Quran. You damn near Akbar.
That's his
Y'all
last
talking about
stop,
Haile
brother.
Selassie. Y'all talking about Haile Selassie.
No, we
Yeah,
talking about
I
you
yeah.
and
said
the
that,
Quran, brother.
I said that if he was God, I said like he was a
You
Christian.
said you thought
He
Haile
was an
Selassie was
Orthodox.
God.
Nah, that's what y'all were talking about earlier. Before I was listening. Yeah, that's what y'all were talking about. Y'all were saying that if Haile Selassie was God.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying that he was a Christian. He was an Orthodox Christian. I'm saying that he was just the Orthodox Christian. He was not God. He was not the Holy Spirit. He was nothing. He was just a man.
Mm,
That's all he was.
mm.
He was not the Messiah. He was not the conquering lion of Judah. None of that.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. So Uncle
That
Chucky.
was just the title. That was just the title. That was just the title that the Ethiopian church gave Haile Selassie. The Ethiopian church gave him those titles. So how could he be God? You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I
And
that
and Muslim is not the truth. Muslim is not the truth either. That's not the truth either.
Islam, the Quran ain't the
Yeah.
truth.
Nah, that Quran, that's false. That don't come from Moses. That comes from Ishmael. It comes from Ishmael. It don't come from Moses.
Jesse, look like you got some stepped on work, Jesse. Unmute your mic, Jesse.
This brother wants to play today. Now look here, Sergio. Okay, look here, brother. It's about your day. You know what I'm saying, brother? Like now you've been flip flopping, don't know which side to choose. Today I want to be a Orthodox Jew. Tomorrow I want to be a Christian. You know, it's about time.
I still
Whoa,
follow that.
whoa,
I
brother,
still follow
whoa,
the New Testament.
whoa. Hold on now, I ain't
I
done
ain't
with
changed
you.
nothing.
It's about,
I ain't changed nothing.
brother. You know, I really don't want to bash your head in too much because pretty soon you're going to be my Aki.
Show me a scripture of where does it say that the Quran was given to you at Sinai? Because the explanations were given to the Jews. The explanations of the Torah were given to the Jews that were not given to the Muslims.
Oh,
It was given to the rabbinic sages, which so it was given to the Jews. That's who the explanation of the Torah was given to. It was not given to the Muslims.
Let me explain something to you, brother. Do you believe that Ishmael is a real person?
Who was the covenant made with? It
Brother,
was made
do
with
you,
Isaac,
I
right?
asked you a direct question.
Not
Do
Ishmael.
you believe that
The
Ishmael,
covenant was made with
okay,
Isaac, with Jigsaw.
and there was a promise that was made with Ishmael as well in that same verse. Now, but before we get too deep, do you believe that Ishmael is a real person?
The commandments were given to the
Brother,
Jews.
do you believe
I
that
can show you all
Ishmael
the
was a
scriptures.
real person?
answer
Uh,
the question,
I'm,
brother.
I'm, I'm getting the scripture.
Okay, all right. Do you believe that Ishmael is a real person?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. And we can both agree that Isaac was a real person as well, right?
Yeah, Isaac.
Literal.
Yeah.
We're not metaphorically speaking. We're talking. They physically walked the earth. We're in agreement on that, right?
Yeah, so Genesis 17 and 19. Says, Alahayim said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son, indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant.
Okay.
So who was the everlasting
You
covenant given
dodging the
to?
It
question, Sergio.
it was given to Isaac.
Who was the everlasting covenant
It,
given to? Now I'm answering the
okay.
question
It was given to
because
Isaac.
he,
Look, I have no problem answering these
yeah,
questions. I'll answer them direct.
yeah.
Okay. That everlasting covenant was given to Isaac. Now, in this is this the same verse where he says, you know, as for Ishmael, you know, we haven't forgotten about you neither, brother. Or,
That he will make him a great
or
nation.
he will
Yeah,
make him a great nation. Is this going to be a prophecy that's going to come true,
Yeah.
or is it a lie?
There was many nations. Rome was a
Okay, all
nation.
right.
Hold on. There
But
was
hold
many
on, brother.
nations.
Is this a prophecy?
There was many
Brother, is this a
nations.
prophecy or is it a lie?
But the law, who are the laws given to according to the book of the book of
Hold on,
Psalms,
brother. Hold
says that
on,
he
brother.
showed his word to
You're asking
Jacob.
me all these
It
questions
says
and
he
you haven't
showed his
answered my
word to
one
Jacob.
question.
He has not dealt so with any other
Was
nation.
brother?
He showed his word to Jacob.
Yeah, you
That's
you
what it
know
says in
hasn't
Torah.
done is that's past tense. But before we get too far away, did did God promise Isaac a nation? Did,
There was many
oh,
nations.
brother,
Like I
brother,
said,
did
Esau.
just
Hold
answer
on.
the question?
Like I said,
Did he
Esau.
promise him?
Esau was a nation.
Did he prom?
Esau was a
Brother,
nation which
brother,
became the
did he
Romans.
promise?
What does that have to do with anything?
Hold on.
There was
Isaac
many
Isaac didn't
nations.
have many nations. He said a nation. He said this is a nation. It's not multiple. This is a singular word. Now now is did,
Nowhere does it say that that you will get the what they call the covenant
brother
of religion
brother.
or anything like that.
My question is simple.
It doesn't
My
say that.
question is simple.
Yeah.
Was Ishmael promised a nation?
Yeah, but
Okay.
all the nations had
Okay,
nations.
he was promised a nation. Is this going to be is this
Yeah.
a prophecy or is it a lie?
Sergio,
Like I said, you had hold on. There's a lot of nations.
Sergio,
Hold on.
man, just say prophecy
Hold
a
on. Nah,
lot,
there's a
Sergio.
that
The
doesn't
more,
say
hey, look,
anything.
Sergio, the more you clean it up, the better it look. So just answer.
I
He
can
wanted, he want yes or no questions. Was it a prophecy or a lie? It's a prophecy, nigga. It's in the Bible. Come on, Sergio,
yeah,
give
but
it
like
to
I
him.
said,
Give it
there's
to
a
him,
lot of
Sergio.
nations.
Take the
Like I
gloves
said,
off.
there's a lot
Take the
of
gloves
nations.
off, Sergio. He trying to fight.
Nobody trying to fight, bro. I'm just saying
Nah.
there's a lot of
Jesse is
nations.
punching at you.
Ham, hold on.
Jesse is
Ham is a
throwing punches
nation.
at you. You got to
Hold
fight
on,
back.
that's not throwing punches. That's not throwing punches because I'm saying Ham is a nation, Japhet is a nation, Rome is a nation. Okay, so what about all those other nations? What does that have to do with anything? The laws and commandments were given to the Israelites.
Okay. Let's just be clear, brother. I just want to know if we're on the same page. Was he promised a nation?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Okay.
there's a nation. Yeah,
All right. Where is his nation at?
what they call the Arabs.
The
Yeah,
Arabs. The Arabs are his nation. So
that would be the Ishmaelites. What they call the Arabics,
okay,
the Ishmaelites.
the
Yeah.
Ishmaelites. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. The Ishmaelites. So this is going to be Quran 2:143. It says, and thus we have appointed you a middle nation that ye may be witness against mankind, and that the messenger may be a witness against you. And we appointed the Qibla, which you formerly observed, only that we might know him who followeth the messenger, from him who turneth on his heels in truth. It is hard to test save for those whom Allah guided, but it was not Allah's purpose that your faith should be in vain. For Allah is full of piety and merciful towards mankind. So I just want
All right.
to point out we have been made a nation. Now my book is a answer to your prophecy. You get what I'm saying? So in your book, you have a prophecy that has been set. It says, we will make you a nation. My Quran comes through and says that we have made you the best of nations for mankind to be witnessed. So literally, I have the answer to your book in my book. And we are both in agreement. You already told me that you believe that Ishmael was a real person. You believe, and we me and you are both in agreement that the Prophet Muhammad came from the lineage of Ishmael, and in your book, Ishmael was promised a nation. Now, from that same lineage of Ishmael came the Prophet Muhammad, and he told us that we have been made the best of nations. My book just fulfilled your prophecy.
All right, so let me know when I can read my source. So let me know if I can read this. All right, so it says, in the name of God, Lord of the world, then I will not be ashamed when I will gaze at your mitzvot. Psalms 119 and 6. The mitzvot given to Moshe at Mount Sinai were given together with their explanations. Also, as implied by Exodus 24 and 12, I will give you the tablets of stone, the Torah, and the mitzvah. The Torah refers to the written law, and the mitzvah to its explanation. Elohim commanded us to fulfill the Torah according to the instructions of the mitzvah. The mitzvah is called the oral law. So what it's saying right here is saying that the law that was given to the Pharisees was given to the Pharisees. This is what this text is saying, that the law was given to the Pharisees. It was not given to the Muslims. So what I'm saying right now is that this law that was given from Mount Sinai and the explanations were given to the Pharisees. This is what I'm saying. So it's either the ancient, because even Jesus, the one that you believe in, is telling you to follow the Pharisees. Jesus told his followers to follow the Pharisees too.
Hey, Jesse, I had two Muslims on earlier, and both of them brothers said we could smoke weed and we could drink, brother. We don't gotta live by all them goddamn restrictions.
Whoa. Astaghfirullah. No intoxicants, Aki. No intoxicants. And
So,
to,
so Jesse,
to
the explanations of the Torah were given to the rabbis. The rabbis came from the lineage of Judah, so those were the Jews,
brother,
the rabbinic sages.
I have no argument
Right?
against that.
So I showed you right now in the text. I just
Brother,
read it.
I have no
The explanations of the Torah were not given to Ishmael; it was given to the Jews.
All right, hold up, Sergio. Say it again, Jesse.
I have no arguments against what the brother has brought forth. I believe that what the brother brought forth is truth, but that does not negate the prophecy that was made to Ishmael, because yeah, what the brother said was true for that time period. But what I'm telling you is it does not negate the prophecy that was set in Genesis with Ishmael. So that prophecy is true. That prophecy has been made true, and the Quran is the prophecy that was given to Abraham when he had Isaac and Ishmael. So what the brother has brought forth as far as the explanations, no argument. I totally agree with it. But it has nothing to do with the fact that Ishmael received a prophecy early on in Genesis, and that his prophecy has been fulfilled with the Quran. There is nothing that this brother can bring forward that is going to deny the Quran or the explanation as far as excuse me, not explanation, but the prophecy that was fulfilled or given to Abraham
If
regarding
you go
Ishmael.
to if you go to Psalms 83, you will see that on verse 6, it says, the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes. So it tells you that the Ishmaelites are the enemies of Yasharal, the enemies of Yisrael. It tells you that in Psalms 83.
And who is that? You like try to sample some fresh juice?
You said what?
And who is that? Who did you just say he was enemies of?
The Ishmaelites would be the Arabics.
But who are they the enemies of?
You said
Who
what?
are they the enemies of?
The enemies of Israel.
The enemies.
Psalm 83.
The enemies of Israel. And what does that got to do with anything?
You said what?
What does that have to do with anything?
These are the enemies of Israel.
All right, we'll check this out.
That
We'll check this
they
out.
have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Okay, we'll check
So
this out.
who is the Elohim people?
Let
Who is the
me
Elohim?
clarify something. Has
His people is Israel. So it says they have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation,
all right?
that the name of Israel may no more be in remembrance. They have consulted together with one
Try to stand over there,
consent.
brother.
They are confederate against thee."
How you doing?
So it's saying that they
Yep,
are
I got that
Hey,
confederate
message.
Jesse.
against thee.
Hey, Jesse. Jesse.
Yep, I'm here.
Sergio want to talk about what he want to talk about. He ain't trying to follow along.
No, I hear Sergio, and I see where he's going. He's saying that we will be enemies of Israel. So with that being said, has Israel always been just? Have they always been in the right according to the biblical narrative? Or did Israel fall into doing wrong? I said, did Israel?
So it says they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites. That's verse 6. So the Ishmaelites will be the enemies of Israel, according to Tehillim 83. It says, "For lo, thy enemies make a tumult," right? They that hate thee. So this telling you right here the nations that hates the children of Israel, the Israelites. It's talking about the Arabics.
Okay, brother. Has Israel always been on the right path?
Jesse trying to slow walk you. Even though you keep getting off topic, Sergio, Jesse trying to slow walk you. You know what I'm saying? Jesse trying to follow you around to every door.
We're
Jesse gonna
gonna we're
go in
gonna
the door with
we're
you.
gonna go in it. We're gonna walk through this door together. I don't care if we don't fit. We're gonna make it fit.
I mean, if you want to set up the debate, we'll set it up now, bro.
Brother.
Who was
I'm
who was
here
the
today.
Torah?
I'm here
Who
today.
was the Torah given
I'm
to
in your face,
The Ishmaelites or the
brother.
Israelites?
Come
I
on,
just
come on,
Set up
hold
the
on,
Sergio. He
debate
don't
hold
right
on,
got
now.
the
Sergio.
tour. He got his own book. He got his own book, Sergio.
Yeah, Sergio, and I need you to. I just need. First of all, you didn't just came up with the topic. I just need you to stay on the topic that you said. So when we talk about the
We can set up debates. We can
no,
set up
you're here.
debates. So whatever
You're here right now.
debate you want to
You're
debate
here right now. I'm
right
here
now.
right now, and I'm ready to give you what you want right now today. So was the children of Israel
Yeah, we'll set up the
Hold up,
debate
was
hold
it
up, hold
hold on,
up.
whenever
Listen
you
to
Sergio?
him.
want.
Listen to him. Hold up, Sergio. Listen to him. Say it
My
again,
my
Jesse.
my question is simple. Has the children of Israel always been on the right path, or has there been times where the children of Israel have fallen out of righteousness?
You said, were the Israelites
Were
perfect?
the Israelites
Nah,
perfect, or were there times where they have
nah.
fallen out of righteousness with the Creator?
Yeah, but the Sadakites didn't go out.
Hold on. Simple question,
The Sadakites didn't go out.
brother. Were the children of Israel perfect, or were there times where they have fell out with God?
The Sadakites didn't go out. That's what it says in the book of Ezekiel.
I'm not asking, brother. I didn't ask about the Sadakites. I said the children of Israel. I'm not referring to one specific branch.
Sadakites are
Okay,
Israelites.
I'm not.
You
I'm
didn't
not.
know
Look,
that?
look. I'm not referring
Yeah.
to one specific branch. I'm referring to the totality. I'm referring to them as a whole. Has the children?
Yeah, the Northern Kingdom.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah,
we can agree that the children of Israel have done some things that were not righteous. Correct.
yeah.
So there
What you know
were
about this, Sergio?
there were times where the children of Israel were punished by outsiders for the acts of what they did against God. Is that correct?
Yeah, other nations will put the Israelites in captivity.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, and they were put in captivity for their wrongdoings, right?
yeah, for the
Oh, okay.
wrongs. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, well, there you have it. I mean, the conversation is that's where we're at. You know what I'm saying?
You still didn't prove where how did you get your Torah from Sinai? So the Quran is not inspired by Sinai. It's not from Sinai. It's not from any Israelite. It doesn't come from Israelites. It doesn't come from Israelite people. It doesn't come from Jews. It's not an inspired book by Moses. So it's not. Everybody knows that shit.
Brother, you're moving too
It's not.
fast. I
It's
just
not a,
need you to focus right here on the. You want me to hit you on that topic as well? I'll hit you on that topic as well. But first, I need you to just answer. You already answered it. You said that the children of Israel did not always do what was righteous.
who were the
What's
commandments
up,
given
brother?
to?
Yeah,
It was
man.
given
I
to
got that
it
V
was
juice
given to
today.
Moses, right?
I got it.
The commandments were given to
I'll be
Moses,
here
right?
tomorrow. The commandments were
The commandments were given to Moses, right?
okay.
The commandments were given to Moses, right?
So just
Was
before,
Moses a
I just want
Israelite?
to make sure that we're clear.
Was Moses a
I
Israelite?
just want to make sure. I just want to make sure that we're clear before we move on to this next topic. That you said that the children of Israel has not been always in the right, and God has used other nations to punish them. Correct,
All right, we'll set up the debate.
brother.
Yeah, I
You
said
said that. Okay,
we'll set up the
okay,
debate.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you
don't.
heard him, Sean. He agreed. Um. Uh oh. Uh oh.
Well, his phone probably died. He in Mexico. What he agreed to?
He agreed that the children of Israel were not always in the right, and that God used other nations to punish them.
Ah, come on, Sergio. So you saying he proved your point?
He proved my point, brother. He
There
was
you
he was
go.
talking about the Israelites being against them, and it shows with very good reason, because sometimes the Israelites stepped out of their place, and God used other nations to check them. Just the way I checked his ass right now. I like how you're you're taking an understanding route where you say that, hey, maybe he's in Mexico. This brother wants to set up debates and run from the topic today. That
Ah,
brother just fell out, man. He that brother just ran.
man, you know the cartel control the Wi-Fi in Mexico.
Yeah, they had to cut his
Probably got
stuff
a
because
strike.
he wasn't doing. Yeah, he got a strike, brother. They had to cut his stuff off. They were like, man, hey, this brother just admitted to what? Look, pull his card, man.
It probably the cartel probably went on strike, man. Something going on with my boy Sergio. His phone probably died. Either one of the five or the six. But we about to get
I
up
don't
out of
know,
here.
brother. I don't
I
think that brother's
appreciate you.
phone died. I think that
Hey,
brother fell out. You know, I was just
hey,
about to slap him over
tomorrow.
the head with the Mount Sinai thing that he was talking about.
Ah,
And he was going to run to another topic, and I was going to hit him over the head again. It was going to be
see,
the
look,
way you.
Jesse, when he say when you brought out the point that did God promise Israel a nation? Um,
Ishmaelite, yep, Ishmael.
Ishmael a nation. Um, when he started talking about y'all are the enemies of Israel, what they got to do with God? God is God is the author. Y'all the little badass kids.
Exactly, exactly.
That's what you was supposed to bring out.
That
Instead, you let the brother keep changing the topic he kept opening new doors. You was walking into them,
I
looking
mean,
at the furniture.
I'm looking at the furniture. I'm like, hey man, f your couch. You know what I'm saying? Brother,
Woo!
I'm gonna walk with him. You know what I'm saying? But that is the point that I was actually breaking over his head. I was trying to explain to him that the children of Israel were not always righteous figures, and sometimes God used other nations to check them. And the Ishmaelites being one of the nations that He used to check them, that 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 prophecy has been fulfilled.
Ah,
We're,
I
we're, we're,
said,
talk-
yo,
we're,
you gotta
we're
shake
talking about
back. You
fulfilled prophecies, brother. We're talking about like he keeps on coming about
Oh yeah. That verse you brought up, you was like, is this a fulfilled prophecy or is this a lie? Because we going by the Bible, so you don't want to say it's a lie. See, he opened up another door. You know what you did? All right, fuck this argument. Let me go in that door. God damn, Jesse, you gotta walk them down, brother.
Oh man,
You
well
can't.
I think I walked him down enough when he answered and said that this was a prophecy, and I pointed out, like I brought out that verse where it said that we have been made the best of nations. You know what I'm saying? That prophecy fulfilled. He wanted to go to another place. We're gonna walk with, because I to be real, I can beat him all over the head, all over. You know what I'm saying? But there's only so many ways I can beat his top in about
He
the same
kept,
thing. Once
hey,
he admits
he kept swarming to new verses, and you was
new
like, all
verses,
right, come on, let's go.
come on with it, man. Let's go there. But before we go to this next verse, I just need clarification on the last verse. He clarified it was appropriate to move on.
All right, man, we about to get out of here. Jesse in the building, man. We had Uncle Malik in the building, Uncle Shaka in the building. This is the longest Uncle Shaka ever been on the panel. Hey, man, this is going down. Hit that replay button. I do got to do a little editing. So, man, like, share, and subscribe. We is live. Super Wave and Shunny. All right, Big Jesse. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa
Allah
alaikum
Akbar.
salam, Aki. Talk to you later.
Already. We out of here.